Joy out.
NBC News Special Report. Here's Lester Holt.
Good evening. We're coming on the air because we've just learned some very sad news. The passing of an American icon, Muhammad Ali, the larger-than-life boxing legend, has died at the age of 74. Ali, who suffered from Parkinson's disease since being diagnosed in the 1980s, had been hospitalized with various ailments in the last few years. Most recently, this past week with respiratory issues.
He's young, he's handsome.
They know it. I can pound a drink of water and kill a dead tree. Don't mess with Muhammad Ali.
I've done something special. I've wrestled with an alligator. I've tussled with a whale. I've handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail.
I'm as confident as I say, and I'm better than I say I am.
All right, the John X Show right here on 24/7 Miami.tv. We are live and direct right here. Again, if those who are listening to the show or want to listen to the show while you're driving, you can just go on your TuneIn app and just search 24/7 Miami.tv. The passing away of Muhammad Ali. Wow. Didn't we talk a little? What was it? A couple weeks ago when Prince passed away? How long has it been since Prince passed away? A month ago?
About 2.5.
2.5 months ago?
No, about a couple of weeks.
Was it a couple of weeks?
2.5 months ago.
April 21st.
Well, whenever it was.
Yeah.
And we said, I said that, it was, to me, the passing of Prince was sort of, a little sentimental. And now the passing of Muhammad Ali is very, 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 to me, sad because, I'm a man of a certain age. I'm 45 years old. I remember Muhammad Ali. I'm sure Drew remembers Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Drew is also a man of a certain age. I don't want to mention Joy's age because, it's not nice to mention women's ages, right?
I don't fall into the category of a certain age yet.
Well, I know Mike doesn't remember Muhammad Ali that well. I'm sure Mike's heard of Muhammad Ali, but I used to have the Muhammad Ali doll. I used to have posters of Muhammad Ali on my wall. I remember watching his first fight, which was in obviously we know that he started his fight in the early 60s, but I'm only 45 years old. But I remember watching him in 78. I remember this. It was against Leon Spinks. Then I remember him when he took a beating by the great Larry Holmes. Do you remember that, Drew?
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Ali was late in his, he was late in his boxing career.
Was the first time he got knocked down, I think?
Not the first time he got knocked down because Joe Frazier knocked him down, and so did somebody else. But it was a loss. He took a loss. He came back and he wanted to fight somebody prominent, and it wasn't nice. So Larry Holmes, even though he loved Muhammad Ali, took him down. And I remember that fight vividly. And I just want to say that this is another person that has died, and I felt very
connected.
There you go. That's a perfect word.
Thank you. Sorry, just
perfect word.
There's some you feel, some celebrities that do pass, and you feel that connection, the history,
right. But for some reason, when Michael Jackson passed away, I didn't feel anything.
That connection. Yeah, I understand.
Even though Michael Jackson was huge.
But the weird thing is,
yeah,
Michael Jackson. When I heard it, I was like, man, that's messed up.
Yeah.
But I wasn't as sad as when Prince died.
Exactly. Well, why?
I don't know. I love Michael Jackson. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
My sister, the same. My older sister is taking Prince, like the death of Prince, still, and David Bowie, especially those two, one right after the other. I mean, both great music legends.
Yeah.
She's taking it hard, but like Muhammad Ali, it just really hit me in the sads.
But no, I remember. I know of Michael Jackson longer than I know of Prince.
And I think though the connections just.
But then
they're big parts of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
But then so was Muhammad Ali, I guess. But
didn't we come up with something that said because the accusations or the allegations of Michael Jackson, all the stuff that he went through with.
Sure, maybe something's tarnished your reputation.
Exactly.
How that was, same as like O.J. Simpson. That's like only because I was watching documentaries all week, but just think of the legend he was, how people looked up to him before the whole death of his ex-wife,
right?
To where now he's just not that same legend, and when he goes, people aren't going to feel as they once did previously.
Well, that's because he's tarnished,
right? Exactly, but but that's maybe okay. Like with Michael Jackson, maybe we didn't feel that connection because he went through the whole the case. Yeah, he was tarnished. I mean,
yeah,
basically, yeah. And
also
Prince
got
Prince
three
led a
Oscars.
very private life. I watched a documentary on him too, which exposed a lot of things, but he was just very private in his life and his dealings, even with donations to
Gotcha.
charities. He just always wanted to remain anonymous.
Yeah, that's true.
A couple guys that have touched me by their passing. Okay.
Couple guys
They
touched you.
What?
Thank you,
Michael
Mike.
Jackson? What?
Wait,
They have touched, I'm saying they have touched me sentimentally, touched me.
They got you in the
in
feelings.
a way that I almost came to tears.
In a way that no man has ever touched you before.
Exactly. Number one was see when I first came to Miami from Chicago, there was a guy that I used to listen to a lot. His name was Jim Mad Dog Mandage, and that's the reason why I got into sports radio. It was because of him, because I just love listening to him. He was he played for the Dolphins, Mike.
Yep.
For many years, he also played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I used to listen to him all the time. When he passed away, he had cancer. He passed away. I kind of felt,
I think he had prostate cancer,
Yeah.
or colon cancer, or something like that.
I almost came to tears when he passed away.
Mhm.
And then Tony Gwynn, when Tony Gwynn passed away, another guy that I grew up watching. He was a great hitter for the San Diego Padres. And then Prince, and now Muhammad Ali is gone at the age of 74. Muhammad Ali, like I said earlier, I remember his fight against Spinks. I had the Dow, the Muhammad Ali Dow. I had his posters all over my wall. I remember the fight versus Larry Holmes where he lost. And then the fight that he had, I didn't remember this because I wasn't even alive, but the fight he had here at the Miami Beach Convention Center against Sonny Liston, where he won, is a historic part of boxing history.
There's talk that listened to that fight.
Yeah, well, that was it. That fight or was it the second fight? Because they fought twice.
The second one, I think.
The second one, that was in Maine.
Okay.
Yeah, the first fight he won convincingly, and the second one they were saying that it was fixed.
Yeah, Liston didn't want to take the punishments. Like,
Right.
he was in it for the money. He wasn't in it for the sport.
Those are all rumors that it was fixes of the mafia here and there. It could be true. And then he was iconic, humanitarian. I went back to all his speeches. Well, not all of them, but the speech that he had at Harvard is an incredible speech. And that one, when he was, we all know that he didn't want to go to the Vietnam War, so they stripped him of
He
his
was
title.
a conscientious objector.
Yep, they stripped him of his title, and he was he was on house arrest for 3 years or something like that. They wanted to put him in jail for 5 years.
Yeah, but
So-
Supreme Court ended up
So
overruling
yeah, the Supreme Court overruled his
conviction.
So within those 3 years that he was not boxing, he was out speaking at Harvard, and he was speaking everywhere. And we all know he joined the Nation of Islam, and that in those days that was huge because the Nation of Islam was considered a radical group in those days. And he spoke saying that why am I going to go kill somebody that I don't even know when they're killing black people here in America. And so that was the thing about Muhammad Ali that I truly adore of him. Also, his convictions of his religious beliefs.
He would say, "Man, I ain't got no quarrel with the Vietnam."
That's right. There you go. Look at you. How do you know about this stuff?
Because I'm on Wikipedia. I'm just looking at everything.
All right, I'm joined by Joy Canizero. She has the news.
Woo, yeah.
Mike Hernandez we're going to introduce a couple of new segments to the show. We're going to do a Dear Mike. It's a knockoff of Dear Abby. That's going to be in our fourth segment. And also, we're going to introduce another segment called Why Are You Pissed? And we'll get to that a little later during our fourth segment. Also, if you want to, if you need a videographer or an editor, you could go to Twitter and search for this man right here, Matt Schuler. I know he's listening at SPC SHULER. SPCSHULER on Twitter. His name is Matt Schuler. If you need a videographer or an editor, if you go on our Facebook page, The John Ed Show, you will see some of his work behind the scenes of The John Ed Show. Also, the NBA Finals was last night. The Golden State Warriors take a commanding 2-0 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Why are you guys clapping?
The king is dead.
Yeah. The king is dead.
Commanding.
No, no, no,
Because
no.
we all hate
No,
LeBron.
no,
Why?
no,
No,
Because LeBron's a traitor. He's an arrogant,
No.
selfish son of a.
Bye.
I don't hate LeBron. I don't hate him. Do I want him to win? It doesn't
Hit
really
the
matter to
road,
me.
Jack.
I feel bad for
Don't
the
you
city
come
of
back
Cleveland.
no
I
more,
would like
no
Cleveland to win
more,
something.
I want
no
Cleveland to
more,
win something,
hit
but
the road.
not.
However,
but
I feel
Don't you
stronger
come
for
back
the
no more.
for Golden State to win because that verifies their record for the year. You know that they had a best record and beat the Bulls record and so on and so forth.
All right, Drew Dawkins producing the show today.
No,
Round of applause for Drew Dawkins, doing a great job so far.
it's 5 minutes in.
Also, let's see here. Yeah, the Golden State Warriors take a 2-0 command lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won last night 110-77. We'll get to that a little later. Another blowout. All we see during the playoffs is a bunch of blowouts. When's the last time you've seen a bunch of blowouts in playoff and also in the NBA Finals? And we'll get to our sports update a little later, and also the mayor is going to speak a little bit about the NBA Finals. All right, Trump-Hillary. I think Trump is hanging himself with his remarks about the governor of New Mexico.
He's what? Go ahead.
I'm
Sorry.
saving it for the new segment because that's what I'm pissed at.
Okay, but what were you going to say, Joy?
I mean, he just really he's reckless. He doesn't realize. I guess you get more flies with sugar than you do vinegar.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the Cadillac now gone. The Cadillac is driven to Mexico City.
yeah.
You know, and that's going to do a lot of damage even
about
to
the
the
golf
city.
tournament.
The golf tournament, yes, and it's going to do a lot of damage to the city of Doral. It's been here
The city
For-
of Miami.
54 years.
Yeah.
That tournament has been here. You know, and that just they didn't
They couldn't
wake
get a
up
sponsor.
overnight. And you know,
They
I
couldn't
know.
get a sponsor.
Yeah, right. The reason is, you know, they were short a few $1 million, and it's just, you know, it's a huge loss, and it's just, you know, really we all have to. I think
That's not
the
the, real
majority-
reason, Drew.
I think the majority are assuming it's his big mouth that got him where
I think we can assume
we
that,
are.
but,
You know,
yeah.
these relationships. He's really
but I'll save it. I'm saving
making bad relationships.
Th-
And,
th- does he realize that New Mexico is part of the United States and not Mexico?
Yeah, I think so. Why are you saying that?
No, I'm just saying because he hates Mexico.
Well, he hates Mexico, the country, not the New Mexico, the
not
state.
New Mexico, the state, right?
Hmm.
I don't know, he's just all over the place. And you know what? I honestly, and it's sad to say, he's really starting to stir up more sensitivity in racist issues.
Yeah.
It's
First of all,
sad. It's like we're backtracking, and you know the issues are starting to be brought up. You know, just
he ridiculed the
I have a lot to say.
he ridiculed the governor of New Mexico, the lady, and now he's ridiculing the judge that's the judge on his Trump University case, which, you know, the guy was born in Indiana and he was calling him a Mexican. The guy is a true American, even though his nationality might be from a different country, but he's saying that he's a Mexican.
Well, that's my whole
which he's
point.
not.
He's hating on these New Mexico people, but it's part of the U.S.
But he's hating on the judge that's the judge on his case, which the Trump University case, and the judge is from Indiana, born and raised in Indiana, and he's calling him Mexican. So, and also, do you guys catch this? There was he was speaking somewhere, and he was calling out, like, "Oh, where's my African American friend? There he is. Look at my African American
Right, yes,
friend."
yes,
Like,
yes.
Why would you say
You just
something
say
like that?
he's your friend. You don't specify the race of your friend.
But he's pointing him out as an African American.
Yeah.
There's my African American friend.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Why can't you say, "Here's my friend," instead of
Yeah,
labeling
But
him?
does he
Yeah.
not have a coach? Does he not have someone who's guiding him,
He
writing?
might have, but
you know,
does he
rating these
listen to
things.
him?
He
but the thing
overrules
is, it's
everybody,
just
But
like,
his
it's-
ego overrules.
I mean,
Yeah, ego overrules.
It's
him.
bad.
Who
He just-
is
He
that?
thinks he's friends with everybody.
God,
I think
okay,
everybody loves him. They love me. No.
right. But at the end of the day, like where it all boils down to is, you know what? He's still, in the election for president, he's still one of our candidates. It still could happen that this man could end up being the president of our country.
He's not going to be the president. I'm convinced.
And I hope so. You know,
I don't know.
This might be the first time since I've been voting since I was 18 years old. First time I'm not going to vote for, because obviously you guys know where I stand when it comes to Hillary.
right. But it's like,
And then I can't vote for Trump. I can't vote for Trump.
I'm not.
right. But the thing is that you're not going to vote for him and you don't want. So why?
Why what?
I'm not convinced that he might.
I'm not.
Why would
not-
you abandon
United
voting?
Don't
I know we
abandon
talked
the
about
vote.
this. It's un-American not
You
to
know,
vote.
it is, but
It's
you know,
not
and like
un-
here you
So who am I
un-American.
going
don't.
to vote for? Hillary?
You don't need to vote.
Right, he doesn't need to, but the thing is, he says he doesn't. He's convinced that Donald Trump. Okay,
Listen,
so if you're not going to vote
everybody-
to make a
Vote for-
difference,
Listen,
you
you know who
can't
you
be
can vote for?
convinced.
Hold on, you know who you can vote for? There's a write-in spot on your ballot. Vote for yourself.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can vote for yourself.
I think that's a great.
Or you know what?
idea.
Everyone vote for me.
For
I'll
Drew
do it.
Dawkins?
I'll do it.
Drew
I'll
Dawkins
do
for
it.
You want
president.
the job. You're
Yeah.
doing a good job
I
producing
can't do
today.
worse,
You know
right?
what?
I can't
know
do
you could.
worse. We've only been in the 15 minutes. Don't worry.
All right. And also, I don't want to steal your thunder here, Joy, because I know you got this in your update. The girl shot in Miami Gardens. Like, what the hell? You know, what's going on over in Miami Gardens?
She just graduated.
You know, we live here in Miami, and every time we hear somebody being shot, it's either in Liberty City, Opelika. Now it's Miami
but
Gardens.
Miami Gardens is taking the
every
top.
single
And just
time.
recall, you know what? Welcome Super Bowl. Welcome Super Bowl, because you know what? The stadium's clearly is right in the middle of Miami Gardens. And
What the hell's happening over there?
Yeah,
Can
it's
somebody
just-
say
it's
something? Can
constantly.
somebody do something about it? Every time you read the paper, it's about somebody getting shot in Miami Gardens.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sick of it already.
And there's lots that we don't even see. There's lots that's not even uncovered of these shootings in Miami Gardens, but it happens. I mean, they've got at least, I say on average, at least 5 a week in
know
that
what?
area. And I was driving through Miami Gardens on the way here today. Like I said, and I was just being like run down by cop cars. I don't know where they were going.
Probably the
Down
Miami Gardens.
47th. No, it was. I was driving through Miami Gardens to
Yeah.
get to the Palmetto.
I think what it is that there's only one Sonic over there. And everybody loves Sonic, and the line gets ridiculously long. If
I'm
they
going to
just
kick
built
you in the
two
leg.
Sonics,
I'm going to kick you in the leg.
people would just get along a lot better. The lines would be shorter, and they would be tolerable, and people won't be as edgy over there.
Well, no, okay. To be honest, like honestly, it's
And
also
plus,
on
the
the
Dolphins
border.
losing in their own neighborhood doesn't help.
It doesn't help any. But you know what? Also, is
That's
it,
the reason why there's Achilles.
Yeah.
no, but you know what? Also, is a huge what also I want to say sometimes is what helps more crime. I don't want to say help more crime, but the thing is, it's right on county line.
Help prevent
Also,
crime is that-
No, the thing that a lot of people over in that area, it's so easy to run from the law. I don't want to say easy to run from the law. I'm trying to think of the right words to put it. But what it is we're,
avoid.
no, where Miami Gardens is right on the county line between Dade and Broward. So what happens is once you commit that crime in Dade County, they run over the county line.
I got you.
You understand? So it's easier to get away. It honestly, listen, I live right down the street, and these chases go on all the time between Broward and Dade County, between Pembroke Pines, Miramar, you know, and Miami Gardens police right there.
I don't necessarily think that actually happens. I know it's a rule and
It
everything,
does.
but I don't see why the cops would just all of a sudden, once you cross that line, they would just stop pursuing you
No,
and
they
just turn
don't.
around.
But you have to get that other police department involved. Like I'll tell you about the chase
Yeah,
I told
yeah,
you about.
I
I was
understand
listening
that.
to this morning on the scanner. Between this man was going on I-75 in the wrong direction. FHP needed assistance,
Mm-hmm.
but to get all of these police departments coordinated to get this guy took almost 30 minutes. And I'm
Oh,
just
wow.
sitting here like waiting for the wreck to happen. So I mean, it
Well,
does take time, and
Yeah, any state road with a number on it is FHP's response.
All right, 19 past the hour, right here on the John Ed Show. It is time for local news with Joy Canizero. Good afternoon, Joy.
good afternoon, everybody, and John, and everybody in this lovely studio. Currently, right now, Florida Governor Rick Scott has declared a state of emergency as Tropical Storm Colin nears landfall.
Ooh,
As of Monday morning, the storm reached maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. The National Hurricane Center said it is expected to make landfall Monday night near the Panhandle.
nowhere near us, please.
However, yeah, we're going to get a lot of thunderstorms between this evening and tomorrow, just from the outer bands.
Okay.
So we're also going to be very wet for the next few days.
So we don't need to go to Home Depot
So
and,
wet.
and start
No, it's-
boarding up.
Not
our-
as of yet. However, the
our
importance,
windows.
no, not yet. But however, the importance is that the season just started, and this is the third named storm of the season. So these storms,
Fastest third name.
yeah, the fastest third named storm.
And most of the winds are on the east side of the eye.
So yeah, right now it's, and even like the governor stated, like, don't just worry about the eye of the storm. It's going to be the outer bands that are going to cause the most damage. And people tend to focus more on the eye of the storm. However, there's going to be a lot more damage
Gotcha.
from the outside. So moving on to our local police departments that are searching for information in the following cases. We currently have a search for missing Doral mom and daughter.
Still looking for her?
They are still looking for her, and there's been so many twists and turns
Oh, man.
in this case, and police do suspect foul play. There's been a couple of twists and turns to start with in the investigation, which began last Monday morning when the missing's mother family in Columbia called Doral Police Department just to do a request a well check on the young woman and her daughter. When police arrived to the missing pair's home, they did find the mother's purse, the ID, a cell phone, which has led police to believe that the woman and her daughter were abducted from the residence. Liliana Moreno and her 8-year-old daughter, Daniela, again, are missing. The focus has turned to the father of the 8-year-old. Clues did lead the police to his warehouse located over in Medley, which they did discover some evidence over there, which they have not disclosed as of yet. The following day, the father did try to harm himself at a Home Depot over in Hialeah Gardens. At first he was cooperating with police, and now all of a sudden he's trying to harm himself. Police do have more information from the missing's mother's father. However, they haven't disclosed that as of yet. They've kind of stayed out of the public eye. I think that they know more what's going on and don't need that much of our help, but they are asking for assistance. If anybody does have any information in this case, please call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers 305-471-TIPS.
This is happening right down the street from.
This is right down the street, yeah, from us. In all of the areas where, as far as like the warehouses, the Home Depot, everything's like in a small area. So I don't know. It's looking pretty grim. The police have been searching canals and lakes, and again, I don't think that they, want to tell the public, how they really feel as far as the outcome of what the case is going to be.
What kind of an animal just does that? Like, just wants to kill? Well, I'm not saying allegedly. I'm not sure if he killed the wife.
But
and the kid.
why would you now go? First, you're cooperating with police, and then now, why would you go try to harm yourself? He tried to stab himself with a box cutter in the Home Depot parking lot. It was one of the mornings last week.
Is it one of those? If I can't have you, nobody can.
Oh my God!
You ever done that before? Mike's done that before.
No.
Yes, you have.
No.
Well,
maybe.
I think I did that one time when I was really young. If I can't have you, nobody can.
No, I wasn't
myself.
like that. I was just more like, I don't know.
Well, he's
I've
also
been in love before,
but not crazy love like that.
Came to realize.
I feel you. But the reason he's also a prime suspect because he was last seen with the missing mom and daughter. He said that he was with them and she asked them to drop them off at this field, and he's saying that's where he left them and he hasn't seen them since.
Yeah, drop me off at this field without my purse and my phone.
Right. Yeah, and my daughter. Yeah, exactly. So we'll keep you updated as far as that goes. But again, if anybody has information, please call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers. So now on to our Miami Gardens story that John was talking about. A young woman was shot and killed at a Miami Gardens house party this past Saturday evening.
Beautiful girl.
Beautiful girl. 23 years old, Alexandra Graham. She was also just graduated from NSU this past May with her bachelor's in science of nursing. She was not the intended target for the suspect's bullet. However, she did get the bullet and she has been deceased. The police are still looking for that shooter. So again, any information in that case, same number, 305-471-TIPS. There's a small reward in that case as well.
I wonder how that guy feels. Like killing a beautiful girl that's not
Well,
that wasn't even intended.
It was a crossfire. They were just shooting at each other. Right?
Oh, that's
Yeah, and again, and it happened at 9:00 at night. Her mom said it's not, she doesn't go to parties
That was at
where
11.
violence. No, it started. The initial police call was made around 9 p.m.
Okay.
Saturday evening.
That's why I don't really go to parties,
Because
especially with like big ones where I don't know who's showing up.
Yeah, but she's lived in that neighborhood all her life. She actually lived in that neighborhood, so her mom said it wasn't like she was going to some gangster house party.
And her mom was a nurse too, and she wanted to be like her mom. And
Yeah, her mom and her were very close. Her
Yeah.
mom had her at a late age.
and I saw her interview. Like she was very calm, and I guess
They're still in shock. They don't know.
Yeah, she's still in
amazing.
shock. So still looking for more missing people. Miramar police are looking for a white cargo van that ran down a man and killed him just after midnight Friday morning on southbound 441 near 24th Street. This is kind of in my old neighborhood, so that's where I was pulling up this story.
Don't you drive a white van?
Not I. A nearby business owner provided authorities with a grainy camera shot of the white cargo van, which does show the van striking the walking pedestrian and dragging him a few feet. There were a few witnesses at the scene who did try to assist the man. However, he did die in the scene. So again, if there's any information that you have in this case, they're looking for a white cargo van with damage to the left front side. Please call 954-493-TIPS or my Miramar Police Department at 954-602-4000. One more search case. We've got Davie Police Department are asking for help in identifying the man who was eaten by alligators.
Oh,
Police do believe, though, the man was deceased. However, he's between 50 and 60 years old. He was a black male. Wasn't shaven, no teeth. They are trying, figure out who he is and how he ended up there. So again, any information, please call Davie Police or Crime Stoppers. So that's my local news. And for our police departments is searching for people, and rewards are offered in most of these cases. Reach out.
All right, thanks, Joy. 2845 Coral Way is Jericho's Bar. Happy hour every day from 4 to 8. You can watch all the sporting events on their big screen out there. On Mondays, they got poker night in the biz night, 50% off those in the hospitality business. Tuesday, live music, and also on Thursday. On Wednesdays, open mic by Somatics. Friday, live DJ Del Swagger, spinning the hottest tunes. Saturday,
boy,
karaoke night, which is Mike's favorite night because he loves to sing, right, Mike?
Yep, I love to sing. I'm gonna sing tonight. I'm going to karaoke at Blue Martini.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Film yourself so you could post it on so we can.
All right, fine. I'll get
Where's
something
Blue
to-
Martini at?
Kendall.
It's on Kendall
it is.
and
Turnpike.
117th.
Well,
How do you know, Drew?
Because he lives in Kendall.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Drew, you want to come?
Nice save,
You
John.
can film me.
Let me think about it.
Good videographer experience.
And on Sunday, ladies' night all
Well,
night.
let's go.
Ladies drink for $5. Anything they want, $5. And also trivia night at 9:00 with Lacey Brooks. Say hi to Terry, Scotty, Gus, Lacey, Shelby. Those are your bartenders. 2845 Coral Way, happy hour every day from 4 to 8. When we come back, we have local sports and national sports, and also a Dolphins update by yours truly, Mike Hernandez. So keep it locked right here on 247miami.tv. Van Halen, Pretty Woman, Joy's favorite song. Well, one of her favorite songs, right?
Yes.
So keep it locked right here on 247miami.tv.
I'm Craig Cook, host of Metal and Mayhem. I'm bringing you a brand new season of Metal and Mayhem this fall right here on 247miami.tv. Follow me on Twitter at RealCraigCook to submit your requests and have all your feedback made fun of live on the air. Metal and Mayhem, Fridays this fall, 247miami.tv.
Calor y sabor. Todos los jueves a las 6 de la tarde, con tu amiga Diana Carolina, te traigo Sabor de Miami, un show de entretenimiento, desde noticias hasta un Throwback Thursday. No te lo pierdas, 1 hora de calor y sabor, aquí en 24/7 Miami.
Hi guys, I'm James.
I'm Adrian.
We've got some very exciting news about our upcoming show,
Cannon Fire.
What are we going to talk about, Adrian?
We're going to talk about everything science fiction.
So, movies?
Yes.
Video games?
Yes.
TV shows?
Checkmate on that.
Awesome. We're also going to be seen around our local comic book events. So you're going to see us at a lot of cons, hopefully at some of the comic book shops around town.
Hopefully they be giving free stuff and we'll let you know about it.
That'd be awesome. And we've also got some interviews lined up for you guys. So please remember to check us out on 247miami.tv.
And like us on Facebook.
Hello, Masita Rica is here from The Fix at 6. You can catch a new episode every Friday at 6 and various replays throughout the week here only on 247miami.tv. Listen up, or I'll kick your butt. The Fix at 6 will make you jump. Masita's Lady Lumps want to make you hump. Oh yeah, throw a fist pump. Only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, Mike, you ready to record this promo?
Let's do it.
Ha, ha. Clear your throat.
Ha,
All right, here we go. Ready? Play. Hey, Mike, if you want to hear the best sports talk in the 305, where do you go?
Just log on to 247miami.tv.
What time and when, Mike?
Every Monday from 3 to 5, and also catch replays throughout the week.
Yeah, we talk Marlins, Heat, Hurricanes, and the Dolphins. So again, Mike, where do people go to catch the John Ed Show?
247miami.tv.
Peace.
Hi, this is Kathy Whitmire, LMHC. I'm Barbie Bonder, LCSW. And I'm Arlene Thielon, a psychotherapist. And we're from The Female Perspective, a show about life, love, and everything in between. Check out our show on Mondays at 10 p.m. on 247miami.tv.
And we're back live on the Johnette Show, and we're listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan. That was Cold Shot. If you're looking for something fun to do tonight, we've got Big Dogs the Original, as always, on Monday nights and every night, located at 10,000 Northwest 6th Court, Pembroke Pines, on the southeast corner of Palm Avenue and Johnson Street in the Winn-Dixie Plaza. Different specials every night, great food, drinks, and lots of fun. Also, tonight is beer pong. Every Monday night at 11 p.m., play beer pong for only $20 per team and drink free Bud Select. So again, looking for something to do, Big Dogs 1, the Original, is the place to be. So lots and lots of stuff going on in local and national sports today. We've got the lovely John Etch and Mike Hernandez. What's going on, guys?
Oh, we're doing great. How about you, Joy?
I'm awesome today. Thank you.
You look great.
Thank you. I
Very
feel great.
I said that your colors that you're wearing makes you
Shine
you
today.
Match. Your lips match with your sweater, and your lips match with your shirt. And your hair matches with everything that you're wearing now. Right, Mike?
It's very nice.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
Reminds me
Mike
a lot
said
of-
I was glowing today.
You're glowing. You're glowing.
I'm
You're
glowing.
glowing.
Uh-oh.
She's had a good weekend.
I haven't been drinking the water, guys.
All right, let's start with some University of Miami baseball. On Friday, they won 4-2 over Stetson. They're playing the regional finals in order to get to the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. Then last night, this was a great game. Last night, Randy Batista hit a 2-out walk-off single to seal a 9-8 Canes victory. Miami was leading 8-1. Long Beach State tied it up to make it 8-8. The Canes end up winning 9-8 and advance to the Super Regional next weekend versus Boston College right here in Coral Gables, Florida. So congratulations to the University of Miami baseball team. They advance to the Super Regionals next week here in Miami, Florida versus the Boston College Eagles. With the Marlins win yesterday 1-0. Great pitching matchup. It was Jose Fernandez versus, what do they call him? Batman, the Dark Man, Matt Harvey in New York. They call him the Dark Man, right?
They call him the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, okay. Jose Fernandez tied a career high by striking out 14 as the Marlins avoided being swept by the New York Mets. The Mets won Friday and Saturday. But Fernandez is 23-1 for his career at Marlins Park, where a crowd of 28,000 guys. We could have been part of that crowd. I know Louis Chacon was part of that crowd on Saturday. Was it Saturday or Friday where Louis was at the Marlins game versus the Mets? I think it was Friday, right? Was it Friday or Saturday? Does anybody know?
Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
When was your daughter's birthday party?
My daughter's birthday party was Saturday.
Saturday.
So he was there. Celebrating the New York Mets over the Marlins. But the Marlins won yesterday, 1-0. Fernandez is 23-1 for his career at Marlins Park, where a crowd of 28,000 people would show up. And guess what? 927 dogs showed up also. It was Dog Day at Marlins Park. So
it was
927 dogs. Why don't they have a Cats Day at Marlins Park? So you can bring your cats, Joy.
And
Cats don't wear leashes.
And I actually know someone who got paid over $100 yesterday to shovel crap at that event over at Marlins Park.
If they had Cats Day, everybody out there was sneezing. Ah!
You would.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people
Cats won't have the leashes. They'll be crawling around everywhere. They'll be clawing people.
they'll be on the field, but whatever.
They have no limits.
So there was 927 dogs showed up Sunday at Marlins Park. All right. Also, the Marlins are on the road starting tomorrow against the Minnesota Twins. And let's see here. That's national news. All right, let's get to some Dolphins update with Mike Hernandez.
All right,
Mike Hernandez has some updates. What's going on with the Miami Dolphins? What's up, Mike?
Well, most recently, the Dolphins are discussing moving their preseason finale game to FAU if necessary.
And why is that?
Why is that? Well, despite assurances that stadium renovations are on schedule, the Dolphins continue to eye FIU Stadium as a fallback site for their September 1st preseason finale against the Tennessee Titans.
So they're warning people that the stadium will not be ready.
They keep assuring people that the stadium renovations are on schedule and everything, but I think this is just for like unforeseen purposes, like say, I don't know, weather conditions, like say we get a hurricane or something like that, or weather conditions are pretty bad to work in and they fall behind. But they say everything's on schedule. Also, the Atlanta Falcons game was moved to Orlando. And people originally suspected it's because, they're not on schedule to build the stadium.
Right.
But apparently the NFL and the Dolphins said that their reason to switch to Orlando was because they want to publicize the Orlando getting the 2017 Pro Bowl.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I guess they want to move. They're trying to improve ways to make the Pro Bowl exciting. So they moved from Hawaii to Orlando. I don't know. Eventually, I think they're going to have to get rid of the Pro Bowl, or they're going to have to do some sort of football competition like they used to do with the QB challenge, which was really fun to watch.
Get rid of it, I think.
Yeah, it's boring to me, but I mean, I guess it's good for the fans, but I mean, I don't watch that. 5 fun facts about the stadium. When completed, the shade canopy will cover 92% of the fans, more than 5 times more than the current 17%.
I had season tickets in 92. Was it 92? Somewhere in the 90s.
Well, at least you got to watch Marino. I never got to watch him.
And it was like 3 rows behind the visitors bench. And it was so hot down there, dude.
Yeah.
So hot that I had to go back up to the area there where, to cool off because it was so hot. But the canopy is going to cover how much?
92% of the fans.
Oh, great.
And of course, as the sun is, going over the stadium and setting or whatever, like, of course, the shade's going to switch. So eventually everybody's going to get shade, I assume.
Good.
The 4 1,452-inch high-definition video scoreboards measure 110 feet by 50 feet. 3, the 4 spires at each corner of the stadium will be lit at night and visible from miles away.
Wow.
The spires stand 357 feet tall, 200 feet above the roof of the surface.
So many. There's going to be a lot of concerts. You ever been to a concert there, Joy, at Dolphin Stadium?
Yes.
Okay. Which one?
New Kids on the Block. Very long time ago. And I think I went to Bon Jovi there also. It was in the 90s. It was in the 90s, and I was a young teenager, and I camped out for those tickets we didn't have like Ticketmaster online. You had to go to Eckerd. Remember Eckerd Drugs?
Eckerd Drugs.
I remember Eckerd Drugs. Only some Eckerd Drugs had a Ticketmaster.
From there when I was a kid.
I saw Eric Clapton there.
At Eckerd Drugs, no, I'm joking. No, but remember, like to buy tickets, like only some Eckerd Drugs had Ticketmasters.
Right.
And we'd camp out like in front of, they closed the store. We'd camp out like a bunch of girls for Bon Jovi and New Kids on the Block tickets.
Eckerd Drugs.
I've seen a couple concerts there. I saw Kansas. I saw Casey and the Sunshine Band.
No, he didn't.
I've seen U2.
Did you camp out for those tickets?
Well, actually, like I think Kansas and Casey were after a Marlins game, so you just kind of stick around and they play.
Speaking of companies that are going out of business, Joy, you brought this up. Eckerd's Sports Authority is going out of business.
They are. Dick's
I'm
really.
I'm going tomorrow. I'm gonna get like 10 pairs of sneakers.
Dick's room for a ride.
I haven't bought sneakers like in 10 years. I still wear these old shoes there every day. I haven't gone to buy sneakers. Honestly, okay, it wasn't 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating. been 2 years that I haven't bought sneakers.
Yeah. How did you go from 10 to 2?
I haven't bought
Like-
sneakers in a couple years either. Okay.
It's like I haven't been to the movies and
I agree. I haven't been to the
87.
movies.
Okay. We're
almost-
on sneakers now. All right, let's
I
finish
almost
this
made it
thing.
to the movies yesterday.
Finish this
but-
thing.
you went to the
Okay.
movies yesterday.
I almost.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, the fourth
Don't ask.
feature, the Kempe, which covers approximately 626,000 square feet, was designed to withstand Category 4 hurricane winds. The fifth feature, LED sports lighting, will be used at all times during the games, regardless of the kickoff time. Cool story, Julius Thomas helped Jordan Cameron stay in Miami. During the offseason, the Dolphins wanted Cameron to take a $1.5 million pay cut from his projected 2016 $7.5 million salary, and
He's not worth all that
or
money.
risk being released.
Yeah.
But then, while Cameron was weighing his options, he received a phone call from Julius Thomas, who played for Adam Gase in Denver and caught 24 touchdowns in 2 seasons. Cameron said,
Yeah.
I know I can't even talk. I don't know why. But anyway, Cameron said he called me immediately and said, "You have to play for this guy." Cameron said of Thomas, "It was kind of like a no-brainer. I've had a lot of conversations about him and what he can do. It was kind of the things I heard about Coach Gase that helped me make my decision, and I think I made the right decision." Rashad Jones is still holding out. The 28-year-old Pro Bowler is set to make $7.2 million this upcoming season and $7.1 million in 2017, but he is seeking a deal that would pay him upwards of $10 million annually. Jones' current 4-year, $28 million contract makes him the highest-paid strong safety in the league, and salary-wise, he's in the top 10 safeties in the NFL, above Cam Chancellor and right below Tashawn Gibson of the Jaguars. The Dolphins see that he's already getting paid pretty well, and they're not particularly eager to extend his contract, although a pay raise is possible. Omar Kelly of the South Florida Sun Sentinel states that Jones is considering sitting out of the 2016 campaign if he doesn't receive.
There's
the
no
new
way he's
contract.
gonna sit out, dude.
I don't think he would sit out, because he would like Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk says that Jones will be fined $425,000 for each week he misses in the upcoming season.
Yeah.
On top of fines for missing mandatory training camp practices. And he will also be responsible for paying back $950,000 worth of his signing bonus.
He can't afford that, dude.
I don't think he can either.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already getting paid pretty well. I mean, if he wants like $1 million pay raise, maybe they can do that. But
We need him, man. He needs to.
yeah,
get back on
I
the
know.
field.
If he's not back, then that secondary is gonna have issues, because he's the most experienced one, and he's the only playmaker on that secondary
Right.
as of now. Pro Football Focus says the Dolphins will be 4-12 next year, which
12-4?
No, 4-12.
Oh, 4-12.
They
No
think
way.
they're gonna tank.
No way.
But then I don't.
That's a great record.
I don't.
Thanks. I
Oh
like
my
that.
god, I don't like.
Drew's a Dolphin.
I don't take any credit with Pro Football Focus because they're very analytical, and
Yeah.
football you can't play on analytics.
4-12. The Dolphins.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's great.
No, I don't think they're going to be that. I'm predicting 7-9.
Okay.
OTA updates. Miami Dolphins wide receiver Devontae Parker, whose rookie season was shortened due to a foot injury, didn't participate on Monday's organized team activities, which means he's missing his second consecutive practice due to an undisclosed ailment. Parker, the 2015 first-round pick from Louisville, didn't participate in Wednesday's practice last week.
Deion Jordan.
Oh my God! Forget Deion Jordan. I'm done.
He's gonna be a star, man.
He might get reinstated. He might not be. I mean,
He's gonna be
I mean, it's all up to the league right now.
Goodell's gonna let him in, man. Come on.
I guess. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, he's still sitting out there.
So what did I say before the show? Okay, he came in injured. He came in with a flawed coaching system, and then he came in. What was the other? Smoking weed or whatever he was
Because
doing.
you think he might be a star.
3 things that went against him. Now he's back. He's
Well,
focused.
he's not
He's
reinstated.
more mature.
He's
gonna-
working out.
He's gonna get reinstated by Goodell.
Well,
So-
maybe he might get reinstated, but I don't think he's going to make or break the team. Like if he doesn't come back, I don't like he might be a role player on the defensive end
Yeah.
or a role play linebacker or something like that. But I mean, he didn't show me anything. He wasn't like an Alden Smith, where Alden Smith was getting a ridiculous amount of sacks every year, and then he got suspended for I forget what it was. It was drugs.
Are you wearing your
or,
Dolphin
like, having
socks?
too many car
Joy,
accidents.
is he wearing his
whatever it
Dolphin
was.
socks?
He's even got his Dolphin Subarus on too today.
His underwears?
He does, yeah. They come with the little dolphins.
Yeah, you never know.
show Joy your
Well, I woke
underwears.
up with her this morning. So.
But thanks, Mike.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, what else you got?
Guard Dramon Burstrod, the
What?
free agent guard.
Okay.
He's going to play guard. He came from Chicago.
Chicago.
He participated in his first OTA practice and on Monday. And blah, 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 blah. Defensive end Cam Wake, who is recovering from an Achilles injury from last season, also participated again in front of the media. Wake has been practicing on various levels throughout the offseason, practiced in front of the media for the first time last week. Defensive end and Dominican Sue, who often skips OTAs, was participating.
Was he
again.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He's participated in the third of three OTA sessions in the media and has been allowed to view. Sue only missed the voluntary veterans mini camp in late April. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Thanks, Mike, with your Dolphins update. I know Joy is very excited about the Dolphins season coming up.
I can't wait.
And tennis.
We're going to Dolphins games, right, guys?
We're gonna take Joy to the Dolphins training camp.
I'll go.
Yes.
She can sweat her balls off.
Yeah.
She have balls?
We got
Or her
tailgate.
ovaries off.
Hey, if we're gonna grill some burgers or something,
We can't tailgate at the
What do you mean? That's where everybody tailgates. They bring like DJs and huge speakers and they like party like crazy.
At the Dolphins mini camp?
Oh no, not at the training camp. At the tailgating.
Oh, tailgating, yes. But
Yeah,
at the
I
mini
thought
camp.
you said Dolphins games. Right?
I want
Like,
to
I
take
said
no. I
Dolphins
want to
game,
take
but
it
he
to the
likes
mini
to go-
camps. So you can
What happens at the mini camps?
you can watch them practice.
Yeah, you watch them practice. You watch them scrimmage.
You might.
It's I don't know.
Do you have to pay to do that?
No, it's free.
Oh yeah.
And after some players come to the fence and you can get autographs from them and stuff.
All right, in tennis, in the women's side, in the French Open, Garbine Muguruza, she's from Spain. She won her first major trophy and prevented Serena Williams yet again from collecting her number 22. Talking about 22 majors. Outplaying the defending champion 7-5, 6-4 victory at Roland Garros on Saturday. First time in Williams' career, she lost back-to-back slam finals. So it looks like Serena Williams is going down the tubes. She's getting old. I'm not sure how long she's going to last. She's still a good tennis player, but she's getting towards the end of her career. In the men's side, Novak Djokovic outlasted Andy Murray to win his first French Open. He's won every single major except for the French Open, guys. Giving him titles at all four majors now. In his 12th appearance at Roland Garros in France, the top seed Novak Djokovic earned that elusive title with a 3-6, 6-1, 6-2, 6-4 victory over number 2 Andy Murray, who's from England, on Sunday. Djokovic said, "Perhaps this is the greatest moment of my career." And the reason why is because he's finally completed the Grand Slam. He's won the Australian Open. He's won the U.S. Open. He's won Wimbledon. Now he wins finally the French Open. In Copa America in soccer on Friday, the USA lost to Colombia 2-0. Disappointing loss. USA under pressure now to win the rest of the games. Costa Rica and Paraguay were a draw. Ecuador and Brazil 0-0. Haiti lost to Peru 1-0. Jamaica lost to Venezuela 1-0. And Mexico, which is the favorite in my opinion, to win this Copa America 3-1 over Uruguay. In golf, William McGirt wins the Memorial Tournament hosted by Jack Nicklaus in Dublin, Ohio. This is McGirt's first PJ victory, and he won it in a playoff versus Joe Karen. The NBA Finals, we already talked a little bit about this, guys. Draymond Green had 28 points, 5 3-pointers, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, while MVP Steph Curry scored 18 points despite foul trouble. And the Golden State Warriors overwhelmed Cleveland 110-77. You hear that, Mayor? 110-77. I predict the Cleveland Cavaliers to win in 6. And look at them now. They're losing. They're 2. No, they're done. Game 2 is on. I'm sorry. Game 3 is when? Wednesday in Cleveland. LeBron James had 19 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, but he had 7 turnovers. And that's it for local and national sports update. Back to you, Miss Joy Canna Zero.
Me. That would be me. So we have a lot going on in our next segment coming up. So be sure to stay tuned. We have sports talk with the mayor. You know, that's the man with the plan. He is the doctor with the stats. That man just like, I think he has a laboratory.
His show's incredible.
It is. That man he is on point. Also, we've got lots of national news coming up, things going around Florida and around the country. So again, stay tuned. We've got news coming up with the outcome for the shooting death of Corey Jones.
Why didn't you invite your barbecue for Memorial
That
Day?
is, I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. You were busy.
Well, how
Mike
did
didn't reply. You had plans. It was Memorial. What did you do for Memorial Day?
It's proper etiquette to invite, even though you know somebody's busy. It's still nice to say, hey, "You want to come to my barbecue?"
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
What if
I
I
didn't
didn't want
know
you to
you
come
were
to my
having a
barbecue?
I think Joy just woke up that day and said, "I'm gonna have a barbecue."
I did. I honestly
Drew, is that
did.
right?
I woke up on Memorial Day and I'm like, I
Yes.
feel lonely.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
going to
that's
throw a barbecue. And so I did. But I had a great time, friends. So next
Did
barbecue.
you cook? Did you?
I did.
You were actually on the barbecue.
I did. I grilled skirt steak.
Whoa.
I made my Lebanese potato salad. I made green bean casserole. I went all out. I had shrimp. I made steamed shrimp.
I'm not
I love
big on
steamed shrimp.
casseroles.
Why?
Green bean casserole?
I don't-
Oh
I
my
don't care for
god. I love
any
green bean casserole.
casseroles. I don't like them.
I love green bean casserole all year round. So again, make sure you guys stay tuned for our next segment. Lots going on. Again, we've got sports news with the mayor and lots to talk about going on around the world. So going out, we've got the Rolling Stones with Honky Tonk Woman, one of John Etch's favorites.
Hey, what's up? This is WWE superstar John Cena. You are 24/7 Miami.tv.
I'm bringing you a brand new season of Metal and Mayhem this fall right here on 247miami.tv. Follow me on Twitter at RealCraigCook to submit your requests and have all your feedback made fun of live on the air. Metal and Mayhem, Fridays this fall, 247miami.tv.
Calor y sabor. Todos los jueves a las 6 de la tarde, con tu amiga Diana Carolina, te traigo Sabor de Miami, un show de entretenimiento, desde noticias hasta un Throwback Thursday. No te lo pierdas, 1 hora de calor y sabor, aquí en 24/7 Miami.
Hi guys, I'm James.
I'm Adrian.
We've got some very exciting news about our upcoming show,
Cannon Fire.
What are we going to talk about, Adrian?
We're going to talk about everything science fiction.
So, movies?
Yes.
Video games?
Yes.
TV shows?
Checkmate on that.
Awesome. We're also going to be seen around our local comic book events. So you're going to see us at a lot of cons, hopefully at some of the comic book shops around town.
Hopefully they be giving free stuff and we'll let you know about it.
That'd be awesome. And we've also got some interviews lined up for you guys. So please remember to check us out on 247miami.tv.
And like us on Facebook.
Hello, Masita Rica is here from The Fix at 6. You can catch a new episode every Friday at 6 and various replays throughout the week here only on 247miami.tv. Listen up or I'll kick your butt. The Fix at 6 will make you jump. Masita's Lady Lumps want to make you hump. Oh yeah, throw a fist pump. Only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, Mike, you ready to record this promo?
Let's do it.
Ha, ha. Clear your throat.
Ha,
All right, here we go. Ready? Play. Hey, Mike, if you want to hear the best sports talk in the 305, where do you go?
Just log on to 247miami.tv.
What time and when, Mike?
Every Monday from 3 to 5, and also catch replays throughout the week.
Yeah, we talk Marlins, Heat, Hurricanes, and the Dolphins. So again, Mike, where do people go to catch the John Ed Show?
247miami.tv.
Peace.
Hi, this is Kathy Whitmire, LMHC. I'm Barbie Bonder, LCSW. And I'm Arlene Thielon, a psychotherapist. And we're from The Female Perspective, a show about life, love, and everything in between. Check out our show on Mondays at 10 p.m. on 247miami.tv.
5 rounds, but if you talk about me, I'll cut it 3. I'll never fight another fella as tough as Doug Jones, not even that big ugly bear, Sonny Liston.
Is he your next fight?
Well, after I annihilate this Henry Coop, I want that bear.
And what's going to happen
I
to
want him
him?
bad.
What's going to happen to him?
He might be great, but he'll fall in 8. I'm the prettiest fighter in the ring today. That's my label.
Shut up, man. I want you quiet.
I'm too fast. About round 5. No special training. Just be at the fight. I'm ready to back up everything I'm saying, and I'm through talking.
The man to beat me haven't been born yet. Well, I'll tell Henry Coop if he's watching this show to come to the fight and be ready to fight, because I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to London to get you. And after I'm through beating him, I think he'll have to join the Beatles and be a singer.
This will be Buster's last stand. That's right.
All right, we're back. John Ed Show right here on 247miami.tv. It is 4 o'clock. It's time to talk to the mayor. The mayor from Mixer.com every Tuesday from 8 to 10. Also on Facebook at The Further Review, and also on Twitter. Left-handed. How you doing, sir?
What's good, man? What's happening?
We're doing great here, man. We took a week off last week for Memorial Day. How was your Memorial Day, first of all, before we get to other things?
Everything.
You had a good time? Family, all that?
Yeah, everything's cool.
Well, that's good, man. All right, the passing of Muhammad Ali at the age of 74. I read your Facebook post. Very, very sentimental. I'm a man of a certain age too, just like you. Give me your reflections, your thoughts on the passing of Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, man, it's to get it out there and to kind of like make some sense of it. For me, this is a situation that we knew was coming, so it kind of softens the blow a little bit, man. Just keeping it 1,000 with you. You were surprised when Prince passed away. You were surprised when other luminaries passed away. But we had knew that Muhammad Ali was sick for a while.
Yep.
And you try to hold on as long as you can hold on to. But as far as I'm concerned, personally, he's never going to be gone. He's always going to walk around with his memory, and we always going to talk about him in positive light. But yeah, man, from being a kid and not really being even scared for him when he fought George Foreman way back in the day, man. Remember when that fight was getting ready to happen, and George Foreman had got cut in training, so they postponed it. So that kind of like pushed it back a little bit. So it still was on people's minds, and people didn't believe in Ali. And I'm a kid, and I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So and people didn't believe in him. But as a kid, that's all I knew, man. You know what I mean? We had our people that we watched on TV and things of that nature. But Ali was the cat that you kind of like gravitated towards, man. He was our dude, man. You know what I mean? I came behind I was actually too young to remember the Madison Square Garden fight in 1971. I was 5 years old. But I definitely remember the fight against George Foreman. I remember the subsequent fights with Frazier. And Ali was just always my hero, my dude. But at the end of the day, I think it was more of his name and what he stood for and how brash he was. And he meant what he said and said what he meant. He stayed on his square. And that's a lot. That's what's missing in today's athlete. But I won't even go into that right now. But, yeah, he was just that dude, man. Again, nobody's perfect. At the end of the day, he went through what he went through. But, you know, fast forward to today, 2016, a lot of these people, man, are coming out the side of their neck really, really disrespectfully.
Yeah.
And I think that if they knew what the run-ins were, and what I mean by the run-ins, John, I mean by, you sending me over there to go fight for people that never did nothing to me.
Right.
But when I come home after fighting for you, I can't sit down and eat in the same restaurant you eat.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, walk around my chest poked out feeling proud because of the color of my skin and knock it off. So you want me to go fight for you? Knock it off. So all these people that are talking about draft dodginess and, he didn't fight for his country. Did his country fight for him? We won't get into no debate about it. We won't go into no back and forth. But all I'm saying is I'm left-handed on Twitter, right? And you can feel free. My joint is open 24 hours a day. Holler at me, and we can have a discourse. I'd rather not talk to nobody who's 25 years older because they don't know what the hell they talking about. I'm keeping 1,000 with you.
Yeah.
They don't know what the hell they talking about. Whoever feels some kind of way, LEFTHANDID at Twitter. Holler at me. I'm feeling kind of a sense of nostalgia, a sense of regret, and a sense of remorse that Ali, in his last days, he wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To kind of like get back at these people who try to disparage him. Okay? And John S., I give you all the props in the world, my dude, for letting me spit that ism. You know what I mean? I would never say anything that's going to disparage you or your situation, but I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you, fam. That's all I do. Right? But it's a sad day. It's a great day. It's a happy day because this pain is over.
Yeah.
If you can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Even his own people from where he was from, Louisville, they wasn't even riding with him after he, won the Olympic gold medal for his so-called country.
Yeah.
So for anybody who could stand on their square and speak truth to power, you got to respect that. And you listen to all the people, listen to all the rhetoric, John, that's coming from whatever direction, be it people in high places, esteemed people, there's people that you may know in your own circle, how they talk about Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
He wasn't no angel. He wasn't no angel. I'm here to tell you right now from the door. So before you get it twisted, he wasn't no angel. But he knew what the hell he was talking about. I'm not fighting for nobody who ain't going to fight for me.
Yeah.
And all of that, this is my country. No, the hell it ain't. Keep it 1,000. Knock it off.
Yeah.
For real. So they didn't like the fact that he stood in his square and he was absolute in his conviction. And I'm down with that. Period.
Like I was during our opening monologue, I was saying that there's a couple of people that have like shed a tear and felt very, very, very sad and sentimental about people passing away. Like when Tony Gwynn passed away, that kind of hit me kind of hard, man. Because Tony Gwynn was a guy that I grew up, watching playing baseball. And when Prince passed away, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Now Ali, these are guys that we grew up watching, and I guess they were heroes of ours, man. And it's just sad. It's sad to see our generation, the guys that we grew up watching, pass away like that.
No doubt, my dude, and that's very, very dope what you just said, man. And I'm gonna add some irony to it. For all the people that you can name that we grew up with, that we spent our time watching on TV or listening to them, you can run the gamut from James Brown to Rick James to Tina Marie to Prince to Michael Jackson. You can name anybody you want to name, my G. Here's some ironic stuff. Check this out. Now follow me. This is gonna bug you out. Follow me. It's one dude that's been around for all of them people. Okay? And he ain't never seen none of them. But he always ended up now kind of in the recent times saying that, their funerals, having to, pay their respects to them. And I'm talking about Stevie Wonder.
Oh, okay.
And you following me right now?
I'm following
Stevie
you.
Wonder been around all of them dudes. You name them, he's been around them. Isaac Hayes, Whitney Houston. You name them, he's been around them, but he ain't never seen them.
Wow. That's
You
deep.
feel
man.
what I'm saying, my
Yeah,
G?
yeah.
And I'm not trying to take it nowhere where it's not supposed to go, but I'm just keeping it really, really 1,000 with you, with all the joy and no pun intended. What up, girl?
Hey.
all the great times that we had listening to music and watching these guys entertain us and things of that nature, my G. You know, this guy, he's influential in a lot of their lives. He's never seen them at all, and he's come and he's watched them come and he watched them go.
Wow.
That's really, really crazy, but it's just how I think and how I see it. You understand? Ali meant a lot of things to a lot of people, and for people to come out the woodworks, this is the society that we live in today.
Yep.
They will come out the woodworks after a person passes to try to disparage them. That's why it's up to cats like Mike, cats like John Esch, cats like Mike, cats like Andrew, cats like Joy, no pun intended, and for us to really, really, really speak to it from a level that gives the cats that come up behind us a level of understanding, John.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to disparage the fact that Ali had mad chicks. I'm not, you do what you do, baby. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he stood on his square. And what that means is you stand in your square of truth.
Yeah.
Regardless. Okay? If he said he wasn't going to fight for them people, he wasn't going to fight for them. You could throw him in jail. You could shoot him in the head. You could cut off his toes. You could do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, he's not fighting for you.
He said he'd rather die. He said he'd rather die than go out there. Yeah,
Thank you. So for people like Michael K, and you know how I play, John Edge.
Yeah.
I don't do no subliminal lies in my G. I don't do that.
Gotcha.
If I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna talk to it. All right. You got cats like Michael K trying to disparage Ali, saying an old draft dodger, and people that young people, they didn't have a choice. Blah blah blah. They got drafted. You should have stood on your square, or maybe you should have ran to Canada, or stop burning your draft cards. See, remember, I'm not 25 years old.
Yeah.
See, I can go back to those conversations. You understand? You're not saying nothing over my head, homie. You ain't telling nothing like that I can't talk to you about because I was there, just like you. I might have been a little kid, but see, little kids today and little kids, when we was little kids, we absorbed a lot more.
Well, of course.
See? So again, at the end of the day, whatever you got to say bad about Ali, I can tell you 25 things positive about him. You might not relate to him. You know why? Because you wasn't him. Simple math.
Mike wants to ask you a question. Hold on. There you go.
Peace, Mike. What's good? What's good, Playboy?
Hey, Mayor,
What's
it's Mikey Mike.
Okay.
There's reports saying that Muhammad Ali was died because of issues with Parkinson's, but I think it's more because because of his boxing career and getting hit in the head so many times, and over the past 10 years or so, he couldn't really even speak at public events. He would always have an assistant to speak on behalf of him. You know what I mean? So what do you think? You think it's a Parkinson's thing, or you think it's an issue with boxing?
My man, you definitely hit it on the head. Salute to you for your observation, man. And being a younger cat, man, that's dope for you to even, speak to it as being a possibility of a combination of things. You know what I mean? Respect to you. Again, he's a gladiator, first and foremost. So again, fighting, for as long as his career that he had, definitely those blows accumulated. You know what I mean? So again, Parkinson might have had something to do with it towards the end, but I think, like you said, the accumulation of punches to the head, being in that gladiator sport, being a warrior that he was, but still it affected him. So yeah, definitely both of them have something to do with it, man. But again, man, respect to you for even, bringing up and acknowledging the fact that it could be the combination of things, man. And again, at the end of the day, man, this is what you walk away with regarding Muhammad Ali, man. The man lived a full life, see? Straight up. And you know who we need to acknowledge at this time right now on the John Ed Show? Shout out to everybody that's listening right now. Shout out to you, man. We do our thing every Monday at 4 o'clock. I'm in the building. This is who we need to shout out, John.
Yes, sir.
The dude that stole Muhammad Ali's bike. That's who needs to get a shout out.
You're right about that.
I'm serious. Give him some love, because if that dude didn't steal Muhammad Ali's bike,
yeah,
we might be talking about somebody else right now. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, one thing leads to another, and here we are today in 2016 talking about the greatest that ever did it. Not one of the greatest, not among the greatest, that could be the greatest, that might be the greatest. He is the greatest that ever did it, and he's gonna stay on his square like that.
Yeah, you search YouTube and look at the speech he did at Harvard. Was very touching. And also, he did a speech in England. I can't remember where it was at, but he did another speech in England, which was one of his greatest interviews that he's ever done.
Look up Los Angeles 1981 when he rescued the dude that was going to jump out the window.
Really?
He was going to commit suicide.
Wow.
And you know, Muhammad Ali was in the area. Muhammad Ali ran up to the window where he was at and talked him out of committing suicide.
Wow.
This dude was everywhere.
Jeez. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So again, man, I mean, people want to dwell on, you know, the war thing, but you know what? He stood on his square, so that would be the defense of that. So you go talk to your cousin Johnny or the one who turned his name into Jane because he wanted to avoid the war, but you quick to say something disparaging about Muhammad Ali behind your little square or behind your little egg avatar or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's cool because it tells me exactly who you are because you got cats coming out the woodworks. And I'm talking about Republicans, Democrats. You got people that, you know, supposed to be in these high esteemed positions talking about, oh yeah, he was a draft dodger, and they're still referring to him as with his slave name.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? And that's cool. That's cool because it tells me exactly who you are.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose my religion or lose my past on a giant exo. So I'm gonna keep it real, you know, real simple because kids might be listening. But behind the scenes, you know, I go in. But again, at the end of the day, man, Muhammad Ali is the greatest that ever did it. His memory is always gonna live forever. And like I said, when I began my talk up here, it's not really a sad day, my G, because again, we were prepared for it in
Right.
one way, you know, more ways than when we were prepared for it. So it's, you know, it is what it is, man. But respect that dude. Don't disparage his name. For real, or you're gonna have some problems.
All right,
Straight like that.
The mayor's on Mixer.com every Tuesday from 8
Yes,
to 10.
yes, indeed.
All right,
Yes, indeed.
the NBA Finals, Golden State's up 2-0, 110 to, what was the score here? I'm looking it up here. What was the final score here? 110 to 77 was the final against the Cleveland Cavaliers. What's your opinion on the game, on the series, first of all, and what has been the difference?
Can I clear my throat right now?
Clear your
I
throat.
threw away all my notes. I threw away everything that I was going to talk about. It comes straight from the heart. I feel so justified, vindicated, proven correct so far as we speak with this dude LeBron James, with this Cleveland Cavaliers nonsense, and all of that. You talk not you specifically, people talk all year long about, oh, Kyrie wasn't there last year in the finals. Kevin Love wasn't there last year in the finals. You get what you pay for. You ask for it, you got it. Golden State did their numbers. They won 73 games. Cavaliers couldn't get no love. What did I say all year long, John?
Yeah.
The Cavaliers are watching Golden State and saying, we wish we could be them. LeBron James is looking at Steph Curry and saying, that needs to be me. I should be in Steph Curry's spot right now. But you know what they say, John, on the block? Be careful what you wish for, baby.
Yeah.
Now you're in the finals, okay, again, against the team that you swear to God you could beat. You telling all your people, oh, we had injuries and we were depleted and we were short and this and that. Now you really short. You down 0-2, getting ready to go home. LeBron got that skit, but what was it against the Spurs? The bubble guts? Then it was something else he had.
Bubble guts?
He was too hot. He had
Oh,
exhaustion. What's up with your man, yo? And I've been saying this for his whole career. I don't understand him. He bamboozled y'all. He hoodwinked you. He led you astray. He had you run amok. And now look at you. When he went to the finals against San Antonio, the first time, he didn't have no squad, remember? Even after they went and got Mo Williams. They got Antoine Jameson. They had Darajal. They had Ilgauskas. They still didn't have no squad. He went to Miami, linked up with a so-called super team, still lost the first time out, but that's okay, though, because it's LeBron, right? But he ended up going back-to-back, getting him some rings with Miami. Then he left them. Coming back home, oh, we're going to win one for the land, and he got Chuck D in his commercials and all of this craziness. Now look at you.
So
look at you, Joe.
So what do you see? What do you see the next 3 games in Cleveland?
To quote a line from one of those Rocky movies, pain. Pain.
Golden State's going to win the championship in Cleveland?
You know what? I hope so in my heart of hearts, because that would really give credence to my argument that LeBron is garbage. LeBron is a mirage. LeBron is a mistake. LeBron is bamboozling y'all and hoodwinking you. If Golden State could put their foot on this series and win the series and sweep Cleveland, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I might drink something, man, and I'm not a drinker at all. I might drink something, B, because it definitely justifies my position. Like this dude, he pulled the wool over your eyes, man.
Yeah.
Just because he was anointed as the best thing ever, y'all fell for the Kool-Aid. Y'all drink, not you, John. I know you better than that, homie. You fell for the Kool-Aid, the okie doke.
John's drinking the
You know what I
Kool-Aid.
mean? So again, now you feel it kind of, and people will defend LeBron to the fullest, and I'm not mad at that. And again, you will never hear me say nothing about his game, John. I never ever came out my mouth sideways and said, "Well, LeBron is garbage on the court. He doesn't do his numbers." We already know that. That's automatic. What you got to show for it? Yes, baby. What's going on? What's going on?
I hate to burst your bubble, but he is drinking the LeBron-aid.
No,
The Kool-Aid. Yes, he is. John is the only one here in the studio that is drinking the LeBron Kool-Aid. He is all up in the mix.
But you won't hear from them people today. You won't hear from them.
Nothing at all.
You won't hear. And thank you, Joy, for putting up.
It's not over yet.
I'm just,
For
on
real,
like you
for
said,
real.
like how you said, keep it 1,000, keep it 1,000.
Right.
Hopefully, he'll buy
You
me a
won't
drink
hear- and you
today.
won't hear people- and right now we're inviting those Cleveland Cavaliers fans, those LeBron
That's right.
James,
Invite.
Kool-Aid drinkers, to
That's
represent
right.
yourself right now.
Invite.
Stand up for yourself
And
right
the cherry
now. On the
Kool-Aid
John
too.
Show
That's
now,
right.
baby. Let's get it poppin'.
Yeah.
That's right. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey John,
Yeah.
I wasn't saying nothing from a perspective of hate. Or
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I don't know that dude personally,
Yeah.
but I know what I see.
But I just felt like last year he didn't have Kyrie Irving, he didn't have Kevin Love, and he has a team now, but it's not even Steph Curry that's beating them or Klay Thompson. It's their bench. It's Livingston. It's Barbosa. It's other guys that are beating them.
You see how many blocks Andrew Bogut had in the first 5 minutes last night?
Yeah, like 5.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, at the end of the day, my G, it's about, I can kind of like use an analogy like this. Now follow me. We talked about Ben Simmons, right, from LSU, right?
Yeah.
The best player, this and that and the third. But the reason why they had a garbage season was because everybody was aware that Ben Simmons was going to get all the shine. But hey, I'm sitting here like I'm a top 3, top 4 player in the country as well. Why can't I get my shine?
Yeah.
So instead of lessening my game for Ben Simmons, I'm gonna make my game that more impressive. But now you ain't got to worry about that. Now Steph Curry, like you said, 29 points in 2 games, and they won both games by over 30 points.
Yeah.
Cleveland got problems, Joe.
All right.
And your man, what's the owner's name? The Cavaliers, Dan, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
They're gonna probably end up writing another letter.
Gilbert. Yeah.
They're gonna write another letter. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, it's about putting the cart before the horse. We have our paper champion, LeBron James, and we have our real champion, Muhammad Ali. So you do the math. You let me know.
All right, Stanley.
John, I'm gonna say one more thing.
Yeah, go
about
ahead.
the NBA situation. One more thing. How many games did Golden State lose in the regular season?
9.
Check this out. How many games have they lost so far in this NBA postseason? 5.
5. Okay.
5.
Okay.
Now, for them to lose the title right now at this point in the game, they're gonna have to lose how many more games?
They got to lose 4 more.
4, right?
Yeah.
4, right?
Right.
And so that would mean that their regular season loss total would equal their postseason loss total.
Wow. Yeah.
You following me?
I got
they
you.
lose 9 in the regular season. They lose 9 in the postseason. But that's not going to happen. That's how great this team is.
Wow.
Anybody else got something to tell me about LeBron James? Hit me on Twitter. I'm left-handed, and we could definitely get it in because I'm feeling myself right now.
That's right.
You can't tell me nothing about
That's right.
this dude.
Yeah,
Before we let you go, give us an update on the Stanley Cup Finals, and then promote yourself, and we'll let you go.
All right, Pittsburgh Penguins and San Jose Sharks. The Penguins lead the final, the Stanley Cup Finals, 2-1. San Jose got an overtime win. It's going to be tough for the Sharks, man, but they just have to get out of that thing that they can't do it. They can make it happen. Both, games have been in overtime, very good games. Pittsburgh is coming at them really, really hard, but I think San Jose has the wherewithal to make it a long series. They don't have the wherewithal to win it, but I think they can take it, at least 6 games, man. But I got the Penguins over San Jose in 6 games. So update right now is the Penguins lead the series 2-1. Check me out, man. Tuesday night, 8 to 10 p.m. On Mixler.com. Black Bob Network presents After Further Review 2.0. a.k.a. the Sideline Pass. It's your main man, the mayor. It's going down hard body karate. 954-246-0398. We'll definitely be taking remembrances of Muhammad Ali, talking about the WNBA, talking about the NBA Finals, talking about the Stanley Cup Finals, talking about the Canadian Football League, and all of that good stuff. So it is what it is, man. And John, man, thank you for having me one more time. Drew, peace. Mike, peace. I see you. Enjoy. You already know what it is.
Later.
I'm out of here.
You're the best, man. Have a great week.
All right.
Have a great week.
Peace.
Peace. All right, that was the mayor every Tuesday, Mixer.com, 8 to 10. And you catch him on Facebook after further review. And on Twitter, he is left-handed. All right, so it's time for some national news. National news with Joy Canizero. Good afternoon, Joy.
Good afternoon. So we have an update on the ex-Florida cop who was charged in the shooting death of Corey Jones. So that was the outcome of the case. A fired Florida police officer was arrested and charged Wednesday with manslaughter and attempted murder in the fatal shooting of a legally armed black musician after prosecutors say an audio recording and physical evidence show the musician had thrown his weapon to the ground and was running away when the first lethal round was fired. Prosecutors also allege that the recording shows Palm Beach Gardens officer Newman Raja misled investigators and lied to a 911 operator to make it appear that Corey Jones, 31, was still armed and a threat more than 30 seconds after he had been felled by the police officer's bullet last October 18th. Palm Beach County State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg announced the charges at a news conference after a grand jury found the shooting unjustified. If convicted, Raja could face life in prison. Ehrenberg declined to answer questions about the case. Jones' family has issued a statement saying they are relieved by the arrest.
That's good.
So again, yes, we'll see what happens at trial as far as the future for this ex-West Palm Beach police officer. So last week, quite a few days, if you were living in the state of Florida, you did get an Amber Alert, quite a few Amber Alerts.
Yeah, I did.
Saturday,
right?
It was I think they started maybe like even Thursday or Friday, but it was for the same missing 9-year-old. A person of interest has been found in the missing Fort Myers girl investigation.
Okay.
Authorities have detained a person of interest in the Florida Amber Alert issued Thursday for a missing Fort Myers girl. Diana Alvarez 9 was last seen Sunday in the 3500 block of Unique Circle in Fort Myers, according to Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Lee County Sheriff's Office has detained 28-year-old Jorge Guerrero.
Jorge.
The Amber Alert said Alvarez might have been in the company of Guerrero. Detectives tracked down Guerrero in a neighboring county. According to the police, locating Guerrero did not resolve the case as Alvarez was not with him. So police are not commenting any further due to the ongoing investigation. Anyone with information should call the Lee County Sheriff's Office 239-477-1000.
I got a question.
Yes.
Who, like, when we get the Amber Alerts on our phone, like, who's in charge of, so all our phones can get that?
There's an actual
weird.
Amber Alert agency, like, per state. There's actually, like, the National Amber Alert, but then each state has their own system, their Amber Alert system, which then sends the message out to us. So law enforcement will send the message out to them, and then they go ahead and issue that. But there's quite a few different agencies that pick up on that feed, because you have like when you're driving down the highway and you have the Amber Alerts issued, you have the Amber Alerts issued on your phone. You have the Amber Alerts issued on the highways. So it's
they have
multiple
access
agencies.
to our phones?
No, like, yeah, you know what? You're part of a database. You're part of a database, but you subscribe to it. When you get your phone, it asks you, do you want to subscribe to the Amber Alert? Mine did. You could turn it on and off. Check out your phone.
I think, I'm not sure, but my daughter on her phone got an Amber Alert. So I think it's everyone who signed up as far as a new phone service. So I'm going to guess and say that it's everybody.
It's everybody. Well, everybody has a phone and gets an Amber Alert.
I think so.
What I want to know
you
is,
could turn it off though. Mine had since I have that new phone.
I don't want to turn it off, but I just want to know how in the hell did these people have access to put an Amber Alert on your phone?
I would like
you're
to
on a
know.
registry.
I would like to know what merits an Amber Alert.
That's true too. And then also they go in different colors.
Good
Like you have,
I know.
you have the
That's because
silver.
amber is a
Like it's
color.
like you have a silver. No, but you have the
A
silver Amber
one
Alert.
is a missing old person.
Oh, is a missing old person, right? So they have different colors.
Like when you go to the gym and you look at the calendar and it says silver sneakers, it's for old people. It's the old people's workout class.
Wow.
Hey, when my grandmother had Alzheimer's and she was still living by herself, she would leave the house and just wander off.
Yeah.
And she would do that when we took her in too. She would escape the house and just start walking down the street. And one time it took us hours to find her, like 6 hours.
Isn't that scary how people have access to your phones, to your pictures?
Everything. That's why you have to be careful about what you post online, what applications you use. You know, when we get those messages that say, you know, do you allow this application to access your photos, to access your information? You really should pay more attention to what, you know, this app that you're allowing to access that information, because we don't, and we just click allow, you know, just because we want the app. But lots of times they're using our information. You don't know where that information's
Especially
going.
when if you commit a crime, you're done, because you put so many things on your phone. You text people, you post pictures. You're done.
So some people get arrested because they did something illegal, and then they would post a picture of what they did on
or a text
social
message
media,
or
and the police would find him. And
How about the guy in Miami that killed his wife? Killed his wife,
and
he
then posted
filmed
on
it.
Facebook. He posted on Facebook the pictures.
Yeah.
But that's just stupid.
Yeah, that
However,
is
though,
stupid.
you also have to remember, like, now you have these smart TVs.
Right.
All of these things can listen to you. There was a huge investigation done, I think, with Sony or RCA. It was one of them. But if you actually use the feature to where you can talk to your television and control your television by talking, because most of these smart TVs you can just tell it what to do and it'll do it. However, that information is actually being transmitted back to. It was like RCA, Sony. It was one of them, and you have to be careful. They can be listening to you.
Wow.
Well, anytime you ask Siri a question on your phone, that question is recorded.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
So it's always, and you're a huge fan of Siri. That, you know what I think of Siri. That
the first time I met you guys were saying,
That
"Oh, Siri,
trim.
Siri, Siri." I'm like, who knows Siri?
Remember, yeah, we had to introduce John to Siri.
I have no idea who that is.
However, I've got some unfortunate news for us snackers, as Hostess recalls snack cakes, donuts over peanut residue.
I heard about this.
Peanut residue.
Yes, peanut residue.
What does that mean?
That there's residue from peanuts?
How did it get on all these cakes?
Sometimes. Well, it was mixed in with the flour from the flour company.
Accidentally?
Yeah. So Hostess brand says it is voluntarily recalling various snack cakes and donuts over concerns they may have come in contact with peanut residue not included in the ingredient list. The Kansas City, Missouri-based company recalls announced Friday covers more than 700,000 cases of ding-dongs, zingers, chocolates, and various donuts sold in grocery, dollar, drug, and convenience stores in the U.S.
ding-dongs.
and Mexico. The ding-dongs and the zingers.
Oh, God.
The recall covers single-serve products and multi-pack boxes. Hostess says Friday's announcement is a result of a recall by supplier Graincraft of certain lots of its flour for undeclared peanut residue.
So what's going to happen if you eat that?
They're asking, well, they've only had 2 reported cases of allergic reactions involving their recalled products as Friday. So they're asking consumers to either destroy the recalled items or return them for a full refund.
Destroy it.
I don't have any peanut allergies, so I'm just going to destroy it by mouth. However, Mike, check out, look at this alligator. I've got
I
a real
love
funny
Twinkies.
story.
Thank God the Twinkies weren't affected.
This one, I just want to die laughing. There was an alligator caught using a crosswalk in Palm Coast this morning. Look at the alligator.
He looks like
Look at
he's one of the Beatles
crossing the road.
doing the Abbey Road.
An alligator was caught on camera using a crosswalk in Flagler County in northern Florida Monday morning. According to the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, the gator was spotted in the bushes near the intersection of Cypress Point Parkway and Cypress Edge Drive in Palm Coast. Corporal Kenny Goncalves said the gator was more than 5 feet long. It was sitting by the crosswalk and suddenly scampered across the entire roadway in the crosswalk. He just walked in the crosswalk like it was normal, Corporal Goncalves said. Officers stopped traffic to allow the gator to cross, which they said took about 30 seconds. A trapper from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission was called, but before his arrival, the gator went to a wooded lot and back to its natural habitat.
If a gator's chasing you, what do you do?
Don't run. They run faster than us.
Well, they run in spurts. They can't keep it up.
No,
but they
what do they tell you? You guys don't know what
you run zigzag.
You run zigzag. You run zigzag.
Oh yeah, because of their short arms. Well, did you
See that commercial?
Did
That,
you
the
see
Geico
that
commercial? The guy that they want to pay for the bill. He had.
Yes.
Oh, the alligator arms, yeah.
I'll get the check.
I love that commercial.
Did you guys get the video of that humongous alligator that was?
I wanted to send it to you to the golf course. Holy crud! It was like 14 feet long.
That was
It
a dinosaur. It had to be.
In the beginning, I thought it wasn't real, but it is real.
No, that
you
was
could
a
see
real.
it was humongous because you could see like you can't really, when alligators walk, they have short arms, but this one, like his
body
off
was
the ground.
massive.
I want more, Joanne. Let's go.
Okay, one more in. So again, we've got the alligator. And on top of that, last one, sorry, I had John Oliver last week. Tonight, host buys almost $15 million in medical debt and forgives it on the show. Oliver bought $14,922,261.76 of medical debt from more than 9,000 people and then forgave it on the Sunday segment about debt in the U.S., marking the largest giveaway in television history.
Unbelievable.
So he beat out Oprah with those free cars.
Unbelievable.
Hey, that's a nice gesture. That's a really nice gesture.
All right, thanks, Joy, with your national news.
You're welcome.
All right, when we come back, we got Dear Mike and also Why Are You Pissed segment. So keep it locked right here on 247miami.tv. We got Goldfinger, Superman, by one of Mike's favorite songs.
This is Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, and you're on 24/7 Miami.
Cook, host of Metal and Mayhem. I'm bringing you a brand new season of Metal and Mayhem this fall right here on 247miami.tv. Follow me on Twitter @RealCraigCook to submit your requests and have all your feedback made fun of live on the air. Metal and Mayhem, Fridays this fall, 247miami.tv.
Calor y sabor. Todos los jueves a las 6 de la tarde, con tu amiga Diana Carolina, te traigo Sabor de Miami, un show de entretenimiento, desde noticias hasta un Throwback Thursday. No te lo pierdas, 1 hora de calor y sabor, aquí en 24/7 Miami.
Hi guys, I'm James.
I'm Adrian.
We got some very exciting news about our upcoming show,
Cannon Fire.
What are we going to talk about, Adrian?
We're going to talk about everything science fiction.
So, movies?
Yes.
Video games?
Yes.
TV shows?
Checkmate on that.
Awesome. We're also going to be seen around our local comic book events. So you're going to see us at a lot of cons, hopefully at some of the comic book shops around town.
Hopefully they be giving free stuff, and we'll let you know about it.
That'd be awesome. And we've also got some interviews lined up for you guys. So please remember to check us out on 247miami.tv.
And like us on Facebook.
Hello, Masita Rica is here from The Fix at 6. You can catch a new episode every Friday at 6 and various replays throughout the week here only on 247miami.tv.
All right, we need a catchphrase.
Listen up or I'll kick your butt. The Fix at 6 will make you jump. Masita's lady lumps want to make you hump. Oh yeah, throw a fist pump only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, Mike, you ready to record this promo?
Let's do it.
Ha, ha. Clear your throat. Ha, hum. All right, here we go. Ready? Play. Hey, Mike, if you want to hear the best sports talk in the 305, where do you go?
Just log on to 247miami.tv.
What time and when, Mike?
Every Monday from 3 to 5, and also catch replays throughout the week.
Yeah, we talk Marlins, Heat, Hurricanes, and the Dolphins. So again, Mike, where do people go to catch the John Ed Show?
247miami.tv.
Peace.
Hi, this is Kathy Whitmire, LMHC. I'm Barbie Bonder, LCSW. And I'm Arlene Thielon, a psychotherapist. And we're from The Female Perspective, a show about life, love, and everything in between. Check out our show on Mondays at 10 p.m. on 247miami.tv.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
Beat him, I think you'll have to join the Beatles and be a singer.
This will be Buster's last thing. That's right. Joe Fraser's in trouble. because the Muhammad Ali Joe Frazier's going to meet is going to be better than the Muhammad Ali he met 3 years ago.
All people watching this interview, I'm seriously trying to get Joe Frazier and George Foreman in one night and to go down as the greatest fight of all time. Some of them still have doubt. They're making excuses. I want to whoop both of these men in one night, and I'll have a record that nobody can touch.
Notice he didn't come to Zaire, he didn't come to Indonesia, he didn't come to Manila, he didn't come to Malaysia, because he knows he will get in trouble over here in this country because they don't like people like him over here. And all I got to do is get the word and we'll bump him off. I'm going to do something to Joe Frazier that might be illegal. My lawyers told me to bring a bail bondsman to get me out of jail. They might put my tail in jail and get me out on bail after what I do to Joe Frazier.
All right, the great Muhammad Ali. I guess the funeral is on Friday. Great clips there by Stu Dawkins doing producing. The great Muhammad Ali. Wow. That died. When did he die? Was it Friday night or Saturday night, midnight? When did everybody find out? I heard
Sunday.
No, Friday.
It was Friday midnight, right? Somebody came out saying, "Well, at the Marlins game."
They pre-announced it. He went to the hospital and they didn't make an announcement yet that he passed. And
he died in the third.
Huh?
No,
but according to the paper today, they
Friday.
said that during the Marlins game they put up something on the jumbotron
Well, remember, he
saying
went to the hospital first.
that the death, and then
but
people
they prematurely said he passed, and they hadn't made the announcement yet at Marlins Stadium.
Exactly. And it happened around 8, 9 o'clock when they put it up on the jumbotron. But he died at midnight that same day. So, and according to what I read in the paper, Friday is the actual funeral.
Dude, that's the worst feeling ever. When someone's dying and you just have to, and you know they're dying and they're already in bad shape, but you have to sit with them for a couple hours.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's what my
I just
family
had
had to
that
do
with my grandmother.
Yeah.
Pinch poke you and me a Coke.
But they said that the whole family was there right before he passed. So
At least they had that time though. You know what? I found that, after having that experience, like this past August or July with my grandmother,
right,
we were there when she passed, and we were called in hours before.
Wow.
And so at least the whole family
Was
and just
she-
everybody she was in hospice.
Yeah.
But they just knew like she only had hours. So I mean, like they called in everybody. So you know what? I was like blessed and thankful that we all got to be there. And I think like, for her, it helped her peacefully pass because she had support. Like everybody was there.
Wow.
Because I just feel like I'd
her
be
eyes
so
were open and
scared.
everything. She saw everybody. Wow.
Yeah.
What did could she talk and everything? And was she in her
Not
right
too
mind, or-
much. Not
well, it
she
depends on
was a
hospice.
little but it
You're
was that
some
last day.
pain.
Yeah, that
My
last day
mother-
she was out of it. She asked for. She had a few requests, but it wasn't. I mean, like loud and clear talking. It was just
Oh well, at least you had that, man. Oh my God,
I was watching
grandmother-
MSNBC and it was a Saturday, and they had a gentleman there that he was a journalist for boxing. He followed boxing for many years, and he wrote many stories about Muhammad Ali, and he was talking while the MSNBC the reporter was asking him questions, and you hear all of a sudden in the background you hear there's somebody crying. And then you hear the guy says, "Why are you crying?" He goes, "Oh my God, there's a butterfly in my bathroom." And we all know if you know Muhammad Ali, he loved butterflies. And then the guy came out saying, "How ironic is that my wife is crying now, and there's a butterfly flying in the bathroom." So,
What you want to hear? Totally ironic.
What's that?
Is that in front of his house? No, in front of a memorial or a memorial library or something like that he has in Louisville.
Mhm.
That day, a bunch of bees just started flying around the
Really?
tree out of nowhere. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. All right. Before we get to Dear Mike, I never experienced a death. Can you guys believe that? Like Joy just said that she
Lucky you,
She
man.
experienced.
Lucky
You
you.
experienced your grandma. You
it's-
experienced your grandma too, right, Joy? I don't
I
know.
had
Drew?
both
Mom and my grandmother.
I've never experienced anybody dying.
Ever?
Both
Ever.
grandmothers,
Ever?
my uncle.
Ever.
Not even your mom?
I have. I just blew my
won.
cover.
I won.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
won.
right.
I won. Your mama.
Great detective work.
Explain
by
to the
Joy.
audience what's going on here before, because people are okay. Go ahead.
Are saying that foul mouthed girl.
Yeah.
Because what happens is I constantly always say your mom, like is my reply to usually like John's questions, like your mama. I always have your mama jokes. So he turned on me and said, "But my mom is dead." He always tells me, and I knew she wasn't because you told us. I won't even tell you what you told us about your mom that I tell you in front of everyone here.
My mom's still alive.
But it's been an
Thank
ongoing.
you. Yeah, you better say it now.
Investigation.
But I never witnessed anybody like I never grew up with my grandma or my grandpa. I never knew them. Like I knew my dad's mom. I knew her when I was growing up, and then when we moved to Florida, she wasn't with us anymore. So I never witnessed, and I know it's going to happen sooner or later, that where somebody's going to pass that's very close to me, and I don't know how to, I don't know how
you're going to accept it or
how
take
to
it or
accept
process
take
it.
and I can't give advice to people who has loved ones passed, have passed. So
I think it also depends on the situation. It is hurtful, but then okay, like how the mayor was saying before, like with Muhammad Ali, he's 74 years old. We watched his health decline over time.
Yeah.
So it comes to the point where you become peaceful because you know what it is. Sometimes it is the best for that person.
Mm-hmm.
So so it's not as much as a tragedy, or you're seeking answers to where you have someone who's young and just dies out of the blue. Like you have, for all types of reasons, and you learn what it's from. Those are typically more.
I feel like I need to be closer to the people who I love.
Yeah.
That's true.
And spend more time with them. Like when my parents, even though my parents are, I don't want to say wacko, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes your parents, get on your nerves, and then you just gotta put it aside and say, there might be a day where you're not gonna ever see them again.
And that's the truth.
You just gotta give them a
and that's
hug
the truth.
when you can.
But that's with everybody. You need to think that, what people who are the closest to you, you know what, you never know when the last time will be.
Right.
That you'll ever see them, talk to them, just tell them how much you care about them, tell them how much you don't like them. I don't know, but it just, and it's not easy when someone goes and you haven't said those things. It can weigh on you for a very long time after.
You're absolutely correct, Joy. Very, very good analysis there. All right, I'm going to introduce a new segment to the show. It's called Dear Mike, where it's a knockoff of Dear Abby. So, Mike, are you ready?
Yeah. I have no idea what Dear Abby is, but okay.
Dear Abby, can somebody explain?
Is it old? Is
what
it like
Dear
as old
Abby
as you
is?
guys? Like, is it before my time?
Dear
Drew,
Abby,
explain.
Dear Abby is a columnist that asks for advice in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Is she the one who talks about sex all the time?
No, that's Dr. Ruth.
Oh.
But I think she started in Chicago newspaper, if I'm not mistaken. John can say yes or no on that. And then it just spread. So I think there's two sisters that did the job, I believe. It was the original Dear Abby, and then her sister took it over or something like
I know
that.
Dear Abby's dead now.
Yeah, but I think her sister took it over or something like
Probably.
that. Anyway, it's basically an advice column in a newspaper.
Okay.
So instead of having Dear Abby on the John Ed Show, we have Dear Mike.
No, this ought to be good.
Sorry. Okay, Mike, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Dear Mike, this is from a working mom out west. Dear Mike, my friend Sarah invites herself and her two children over to play with mine from time to time.
Mhm.
When it's time to have a snack or eat, she and her kids make themselves at home,
Mhm.
especially with the milk. Not bad, right, so far?
Yeah.
Mike, I work 70 hours a week. My children eat cereal often and love milk. But because of my schedule, I don't get a chance to go grocery shopping as often as I should. I'm a single parent. How do I politely tell my friend that it's fine to make herself at home, but getting both of her children refills of milk without asking me is taking it too far? She knows I can't afford it, but I'm uncomfortable asking because I don't know how to draw the line. Please help.
So basically, she just needs her friend to bring her own milk, right? Is that what they're saying? Like, if it's your kids, bring your own damn milk.
Is that your advice to her?
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, there's a limit. You know what I mean? Like, at least, I don't know, man. Like, if you're running out of milk and she's using up all your milk, she should know as a friend to just bring, just like help you out. Be like, hey, I've been drinking.
Well, she keeps on doing it every time. She keeps on knowing that she's running out of milk. She gives the milk that's left for her children instead of the working mom out
No,
west.
you do. You hide the milk. That's what you do. You hide it. You get another refrigerator in the house, or like a cooler or something. So when her kids are coming over, you purposely throw like your jugs of milk in the cooler.
So you wouldn't go to her and, hey, how guys,
I personal
man to man or
I
woman
know.
to
The
woman.
easier way, isn't it the easier way?
But women act in a totally different mindset. They never like speak about the problems like head up. They always try to get their husband to like speak on behalf of them or something like that. Like man to man, sure, but we're talking about two ladies here.
Yeah.
They have to like scheme their way
I'd
around.
be like,
it
you
and
let her bring your own damn milk. Like,
but
stop drinking my milk. Like, you're really.
You can't do it. You hide the milk. That's what I would do.
You hide the milk.
I would hide the milk. I know
That's
she's coming
my-
over. I'm getting my cooler ready. I throw it in my room. I lock the door to some room where the cooler is, and she can't get the milk.
All right.
Maybe I throw the cereal in there too for good measure.
So that's your advice to her.
Yeah.
Or when you know they're coming over, you hide the milk.
Or you leave out old milk.
You leave out old milk.
Yes.
Then they won't want to come. Then
Yeah.
if you always have old milk, then they'll stop looking for milk in your house.
And the kids will get sick.
Yeah.
They have diarrhea,
Yeah, her
like I have
kids.
had for the last 4 days.
Well, hopefully she won't give it to them. However,
Or buy bad cereal.
You guys agree
Buy cereal with no sugar. Kids hate that.
that's a good idea. You know what? Yeah, get a crap load of freaking regular Rice Krispies, cornflakes. You're so smart, Mike. That's why we have you
Buy
doing
her
this column.
what's that? The Quaker's oat brand or whatever.
So what is it? You hide the milk or you give them cereal that with no sugar? What is it? Or a combination of both?
I'd hide that. Just hide the milk.
Hide the
That's
milk.
what I would love to do.
So if you know they're coming over, you hide
Yeah,
the milk.
Just take it.
So when they go into your pantry, they go, oh, we got cereal here, and we want to have cereal. What do you say?
Sorry, we got no milk.
No milk.
No milk.
You guys agree with this, Joy? Let's start with you.
Sure. I think hiding the milk would be the easier thing.
Your mother has her pantry
Because
filled with food.
Your kids want cereal too.
I'm so giving. Here's the thing: is like I'm so giving. When you come to my house, I want you to be able to just go into my refrigerator and like I don't allow many people in my house. So if I do,
I don't let anybody in my
I'm the type where it's just like here, make yourself at home. So I mean, I'd end up just buying milk and I'd get it back one way or another. We'd go, me and her as friends, we'd go to the grocery store or I'd go to her house. You know what? I see it as most of my friends too. It's always like 50-50. We go to each other's houses. It's not I've never had that type of problem with a friend.
Drew?
I'd probably ask them to bring their own stuff.
Yeah, that's not
No,
nice, man. You're inviting somebody to come over. Oh yeah, by the way, bring
Wait,
your
wait,
own
wait.
milk.
Am I inviting him to come over?
Well, yeah.
If I'm saying, hey, come on over and eat some of my cereal.
People just don't come over because they want to
Yeah.
come over. At least they call you and let you know they're coming
But
over.
at first, you don't
Something.
realize it's like an ongoing thing. You think, oh, it just happened one time, but then it's a continued process.
That's what she says. To continue every time they come over, they take all the milk.
At first, you just want to be a good person, but then you learn
Well, then,
that being a good
honestly,
person
and if that's the
isn't
case-
always the right thing to
If
do.
that's the case, I cannot believe I'm going to say this. I would agree with Mike. I would hide the milk.
You will hide the milk.
I would hide the milk.
Enjoy. You would not hide the milk.
Hide the milk or drink all
No.
the milk.
You would just let them. Eat
Yeah.
it. Just let them drink. it.
Buy
Just
some of
take
that,
it every time
like-
they come over.
Buy some of that fake milk, that almond milk.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh, yeah,
that means the
like
next morning you can't make your
or-
coffee.
No,
1% or
you
I
can't
know,
make it.
I know, but you know what though? I have
Skim-
like, I mean,
skim-
like
skim milk.
honestly,
No,
when my kids
like
were
that
younger,
lactate, it tastes like milk, but it's not some other thing.
Give him skim milk. So it's like
Or the
milk.
powdered
I grew
milk.
up on skim milk. That's all I can drink is skim milk.
What's it? The powdered milk that you mix with water and it becomes milk.
Powdered milk.
Is that? Oh, it's just called powdered milk.
It's
Okay.
called powdered
pretty much.
milk. Mhm.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, my mom, like, she overstocks on food, like all the time.
Right,
I have no
yeah.
idea why. So I'm always fine with people coming over. I'm like, look, eat all this junk that my mom bought because I don't even eat it. So have as much as you want, take it home with you. I don't care. But that was when, like, even when we had 5 people living in the house, we still had plenty of food. Now there's only me, my parents, and just me and my parents now. So now it's 3. And she's still buying the same amount of food that she usually does. So like it just piles up and piles up. Unfortunately, I don't really have any friends to come over anymore and just eat my stuff. But
I would invite them to come over, especially if your kids are misbehaved.
Yeah.
I hate kids that are misbehaved.
I should throw more pool parties.
There's
My
people-
pool is looking good.
There's a certain person, I don't want to mention the name, but the kids are misbehaved when they come over. They want to fight.
Yeah.
They want to, they do a bunch of stuff.
Issues happen. Like sometimes it could be play wrestling.
You ever
one of
experienced
them-
that, Drew? When you have kids?
Yes.
When the kids come over and they misbehave and they write in the walls
Yes.
and they,
Oh my god.
and they
Actually, it happened when I was younger.
they
Yes.
just want to destroy everything in the house. Joy, you too? You have kids?
Yeah. But my kids have always been, I mean, I don't know. My house has always been the cool house. Everybody's always come respected. I've always had the kids over eating. I'm Italian. I don't know. We're
Yeah.
very,
I always tell my kids when we go
But I never
somewhere
had
else, don't
disrespectful-
ask for anything. You sit down and you
Yeah.
and you know if they ask you to get something, then you do it.
I
Don't
agree.
ask for anything.
Yeah, don't ask for anything.
Before you leave, you feed your kids. Get them stuffed, get them all the water, the pepper, whatever you want to drink, and then when you go to the person's place, they're not going to be hungry because they're already full.
Yeah, and that way, the other people won't be able to poison them.
Exactly. All right, thanks, Mike. Dear Mike, is that segment going good or not?
I think it went okay for the first time.
Okay. Now this segment here we're going to introduce is a new one also. Why are you pissed? And eventually we'll split it up because I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but the participation is from everyone here. So let's start with ladies first. So let's start with Joy Canizero. Why are you pissed today?
I have quite a few reasons why I'm pissed today. Started off around 5 a.m. this morning when I'm listening to the police scanner, listening for news. And FHP is requesting assistance from Pembroke Pines Police Department for a man who was going northbound in the southbound direction on I-75. Pines Police took their time. You should have heard the conversation. The cop was just like, wow, just send it on over to Miramar Police Department. And it was just this man is driving the wrong way on the highway at 5 o'clock in the morning. People are coming out. Yes, I was ticked off at that. Another reason I'm ticked, Starbucks. Forget Starbucks. A truce has been settled between a Pinecrest Starbucks and a local bakery, which share space at the same plaza. So you have the bakery and you have Starbucks, who have been neighbors for 20 years in the same plaza. And Starbucks actually made the landlord make the bakery stop selling their cafe con leches and other coffee products.
Wow.
So the landlord went to the bakery and had them sign an agreement. The bakery felt forced to sign it because they were in fear that they'd have to shut their entire business down. However, the word got out on social media and Pinecrest residents went nuts, and Starbucks actually called it a truce. And now the bakery is back to selling their cafe con leches and everything else that they want to be. So it really pisses me off because you know what? Starbucks has a lot of money. You know what I mean? And we have these local mom and pop businesses, and you know, really they had to make a stink about that. It just, I don't like Starbucks.
But Starbucks doesn't sell cafe con leches.
But they sell a latte, which is
But they
basically
don't
the
sell
same
cafe
thing.
con leche, though.
Exactly. But the thing is they want to try to take
But they
down.
don't have a supply that the consumer wants.
Right. However, though, the landlord went ahead and still wrote up an agreement to this bakery owner that they had to stop selling the coffee. However, again, you know, since there was angry customers in the community, not everybody can go to Starbucks and pay $5
Yeah, they
for
have
a
like
latte. You go to your bakery and get a $2 cafe con leche. You know what I mean?
The coffee wars.
Oh man, I'm pissed.
All right, Drew. We got 5 minutes left in the show. Why are you pissed?
Okay.
And liars. I'm pissed at liars. Okay, liars.
Oh man, I'm pissed.
I don't normally speak of political situations, but I will in this section. Okay.
What's about racist?
If you are running for the highest office in the land, and you want to be in charge of the
kingdom,
the world's best military, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, then you need to be able to take a little scrutiny.
I agree.
From time to time.
Yes.
If you say something and you don't deliver, then you're going to be called out on it. Okay.
Criticism.
Don't be surprised.
Yes.
And don't be surprised people ask you about it.
Exactly.
And every
Own
time-
it.
Yeah. Every time someone asks you something, oh well, we didn't get to it here, but we'll take care of it
Own
tomorrow.
it.
And just do it and it's done with. Don't complain. Don't call names. Don't try to bully people into not asking you questions. I don't get that. I honestly don't get that. It's okay for you to do it to somebody else.
Exactly.
But now that it's your turn,
Amen.
You get upset and call people names and so on and so forth. And if you go to court and you lose, then you lose.
Right.
You do whatever you do to appeal whatever decision, but calling people names or calling I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
I don't want my president to be a bully or a tattletale.
You Mexicans.
Or a liar.
Or a liar. Or a crook.
Or hate on
Or a
Mexicans.
rat.
And that's why you're pissed?
Dirty
Because of
rat.
that?
I am, because you're wanting someone else to stand up to these standards, but you don't want to do it.
Okay.
So to me, it's a little bit of hypocrisy. But
No, man, I'm pissed.
I won't say any names.
All right, Mike Hernandez, why are you
Me?
pissed?
Oh well, last week.
Make it quick.
I went to the gym, and okay. Sometimes I wear my Disney shirt to the gym. It's black. It says
Disney shirt.
Yes,
to the
it
gym.
says Beast on it, and it's got the little outline of the Beast, like they have on the Broadway musical. And I wear that as inspiration to the gym. And for whatever reason, my dad was doing the laundry. He was doing the laundry. He throws a bunch of white, white colored clothes, and then the other half of the clothes are black. For whatever reason, he's not paying attention to what he's doing, and he decides to throw some bleach in the wash.
Are you an idiot?
Exactly. Thank you. And so yeah, now my Beast shirt has pink spots all over it.
Are you serious?
And you're pissed because of that.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm pissed.
So what are you gonna wear now when you go to the gym?
I gotta wear my Boba Fett shirt. It's a Boba Fett shirt. It has
I like that.
has Boba Fett, and he's lifting a dumbbell. He's curling a dumbbell. I wear that.
And what kind of shorts do you wear when you go?
I mean,
do you wear your Dolphins socks when you go?
No, I wear they're like boxer briefs, except they're not underwear. They're just the athletic shorts.
Come on, man.
And they're skin tight. Well, I need to move. You know what I mean?
You can't get girls, man. What are you wearing?
Are you serious?
Well, I wear a jock strap too, so it doesn't look that awkward.
Are you an idiot?
Do they?
Are you an idiot?
People still wear jock straps.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Why? Are you serious, dude?
No. I just wear regular shorts. But anyway, my dad was a nice guy. He offered to, I had to order a new shirt off the internet, and he offered to pay for it. So I'm fine.
What?
But I'm also pissed that LeBron is still in the series.
Okay, it's a 4 out of 7. Okay, bud.
Yeah.
You got to win 4 games.
Yes, I know, but I still can't. Come on, man. Just shut him out already. You know what I mean? And Pat Riley hates it too.
I'm pissed. Okay.
I'm
So
pissed
go
too.
ahead. Get it out there.
Oh, the reason why I'm pissed is because of that petition that people were signing to get the mother of the child that fell into the gorilla's cage. There was over 100. How many people signed that petition for the mother to be prosecuted because her child fell into the gorilla's cage or whatever you want to call it? She was probably on Facebook or she was probably Snapchatting. That's why the kid fell in there. She was taking care of how many kids? It was like 4 kids, 5 kids she was taking care of. But still, the gorilla could have snapped the kid's freaking head in 1 second.
I know.
People are worried about a gorilla being killed and an actual child being killed.
But look at it this
What is this
way.
world coming to?
Look at it this way.
The people who signed this petition should be shot.
Look, I understand fearing for the child's safety, but I mean, I really feel bad that poor innocent gorilla was killed.
My!
I do, but I do feel bad.
It's an animal, dude. It's an animal.
I know.
However,
it's an animal.
But I wouldn't want to kill him because of some fluky foul up that was the mother's responsibility.
See, you know what my opinion is? My opinion is that the gorilla is on the top endangered species list, and however, there are plenty of 4-year-olds in orphanages requiring good homes.
The kid could have died in a matter of seconds, Joy
There's
Canizero.
lots of 4-year-olds in orphanages in need of good homes.
Whoa!
And then the people say, "Oh yeah, they could have tranquilized them." Yeah.
No, you can't tranquilize.
Once you shoot him with a tranquilizer, he goes crazy, and then he definitely kills the child.
It takes.
Nail the mom to the cross and burn her.
It takes maybe like a good
Gorilla
30 seconds or to a couple minutes for the
So
the
it
tranquilizers
came out
actually
today.
kick in.
Came out today. The family will not be charged for the death of. Is it Harambe or Harambe, whatever the name of his gorilla is?
You better get his name right. Respect to the dead.
Oh,
Harambe.
She's
She's on a roll. She's on a roll today.
Whoa!
You don't feel bad for all the 4-year-olds.
Yeah, if it was your kid that fell in that gorilla cage, you wouldn't be acting like this.
My kid wouldn't fall into that gorilla cage, okay?
Yeah, right.
I know. Fallen.
Like, I would have pushed him.
Knowing you would have been.
My kids don't fall. I would have pushed him.
This was the
My kid
Cincinnati
would have
Zoo,
fallen.
right?
My kid would have fallen and taken over that whole area.
This was
right.
the Cincinnati
That's
Zoo.
right.
I don't-
My kid, if they would have fallen, would have taken over things.
The
Yeah.
Allen Cruz would have
Okay,
lined up.
Harambe.
Listen to what he said.
Right.
Is it just a railing at the Cincinnati Zoo, and you can?
I have
just
no
see
idea how he
where
fell.
fallen?
There was like 4 different enclosures that he had to get through in order to
That's
get
crazy.
there. So
That's
if you have
crazy.
4
wait.
different methods of security,
There was a fence that was
How do you not-
3-pronged fence.
Yeah.
In other words, it had one
Uh-huh.
bar, another bar, and then another bar. He crawled through the fence.
Mhm.
He got through the bushes
Mm.
to the opening,
Oh,
and then fell over into the wall.
that's a long time
That's
for an
a long-
unattended
yeah,
4-year-old
exactly.
when there's tons of 4-year-olds in orphanages that need good homes.
so that's why I'm pissed. Also, the other things, the Miami Gardens shooting, and also the golf tournament leaving Miami. But that was the main thing that got me pissed off. All right, it's time to go. Thanks to Louis Chacon, 247miami.tv. Thanks for tuning in, logging on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And we leave you with this. So take care and have a great week.
Great job, Drew.
He's young. He's handsome.
They know it. I can pound a tank of water and kill a dead tree. Don't miss it, Muhammad Ali.
I've done something special. I've wrestled with an alligator. Tough it with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail.
I'm as confident as I say, and I'm better than I say I am.
I'm a poet, I'm a prophet, I'm the resurrector, I'm the savior of the boxing world. If it wasn't for me, the game would be dead.
Who would bet on flying paddle